Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. Last night in Game 4 of the World Series, the Toronto Blue Jays bested the Los Angeles Dodgers 6-2. Toronto's Shane Bieber outdueled LA's Shohei Ohtani, who allowed a 2-run home run to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Tonight, the Jays and Dodgers battle at 8 in Game 5 before the series heads back to Toronto. NFL, ESPN's Adam Schefter reported Detroit Lions defensive end Aiden Hutchinson is signing a 4-year, $180 million extension. Hutchinson has 6 sacks in his return since fracturing his fibula last season. NHL, the Blue Jackets topped the Sabres 4-3 in overtime. NBA, the 3-1 Cleveland Cavaliers travel to the Boston Celtics at 7. The Cavaliers have been able to snap off 3 straight wins, and they have won 3 of the last 4. A great stretch for the Cavaliers. Breaking sports news when it happens to the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
It's time to add some spice to your nooner. Nooner funny. This is the place where big-time guests, bold opinions, and little cute doggies come together. This is Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus, the #1 rated windows and doors in Columbus.
All right, back in the saddle. Good to be here with the boys. Rothman and Ice, Anthony Rothman, Matty Ice Hayes, and the Loose Cannon. Fellas, thanks for covering the bye week for me. I did not have the bye week blues. Got out of town. Now I'm back and ready to go.
Oh, yeah, you did, which we got to hear about that experience, in our next segment. But, yeah, it's welcome home. It's good to see you again. Had Dane and DeVere in here Friday and Monday. Our boy DT, Dylan Tyre, filling in yesterday. So, no, it was a good time, man. So life is good for me. It's good to see you again. A new season of Selling Sunset has dropped on Netflix. So I can't wait to go watch that for a couple of different reasons. So that brought me some excitement today as well, that a new season of my favorite show, or one of my favorite shows, is back.
I've seen it.
Oh, I'm sure you have.
It's solid.
Oh, it is. Trust
all
me.
the same characters.
I think we got some new cast members this year. I think we got some new, agents.
Two
in this.
Brothers that own this
the two
real
twin
estate
brothers.
company.
The Oppenheim Group, I believe, is what it's called.
And then they have this gaggle of salespeople that kind of just.
Oh, yes, they do.
They hire models to go out and sell multi-million-dollar properties.
Here's what I'll say: the show is very easy on the eye. Mm-hmm. Both with the homes that you see, the California setting, and, some of the people that are selling some of these homes. So, yes, I'm good. Selling Sunset is back.
All right. The drama continues.
Oh, yeah, it does.
All right. Good stuff. We've got a nice show for you today. It's a big Wednesday. We'll have Adam Schefter on at 12:30. We will have Carp in studio today.
Okay.
He's going to be wandering around the building, so we'll lasso him and bring him in here for the bulletin and more, maybe even in the deep dive. We will have Hockey and Hounds today, even though it's a game night with the Jackets coming off another exciting victory for them, as that was one of the wild rides last night. So Damon Severson will jump on today at 2:30, so we'll do Hockey and Hounds. But this season could have gotten weird early, and they haven't had to rescue it. They've just had to continue what they've been doing. I love the game plan of the Jet Elvis, and doing the combo platter. He's stuck. He's been very consistent with that. And why deviate from that? Because it's working.
And Elvis is in net tonight. I saw that floating around today. Yeah. So Elvis is back.
Yeah, so he'll be back. And it was one of those games where they controlled the first 8 minutes, there wasn't a shot on goal.
Yeah, they were locking up.
So it was 8-zip them meaning the Jackets. So Buffalo, I don't even think they even had the puck. And the Sabres had been playing well, but Blue Jackets came out just rock solid, scrum in front. I've got to ask Sevo, there was the final 2 minutes of the first, there was a scrum in front of our net, and Severson it looked like a very good, what you'd call old school 80s basketball box out.
Okay.
That's how I viewed it, but on skates. It felt like maybe a flying elbow.
Like a Dennis Rodman type of box, like that.
Like a normal,
that type of box
out that would have been allowed.
I got you.
In 80s hoops, 90s hoops, and hockey every era.
Hey, I'll tell you this too. Hey,
they didn't allow it though last night.
The NBA right now, they're letting these dudes play. If you like some of that, if you've been wanting some of that to come back, they're not blowing a lot of whistles anymore in the NBA. You got to play through contact, and I'm here for it. It's been fun to watch.
They don't seem to be blowing the whistle for anything. traveling.
Oh, the Giannis thing
nothing.
I don't know what that was. I don't know what. How do you miss that? Superstar call at its finest right there.
What are they looking at?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I do not know.
Maybe they're so afraid to be viewed as in on it that they're just letting everything go now. Like, let's do the opposite.
Maybe, yeah.
I think,
just free reign.
I think we've been it, whether we've called it too tight or not at all. Now let's go with not at all.
You may be on to something.
All right, so anyway, it was a great game last night.
Yep.
There was a scrum. I mean, Marchie was in it. Zach was even in on a little bit of a headlock situation. Elvis was talking to the fans. I mean, it was one of those things. They had to start the third shorthanded because of that scrum with Marchie and Ronnie were both in the bin last night. But Miles Wood being the hero last night. And by the way, this is exactly what I was talking about when our good friend Ryan Baker, when Baker and I were going 15 rounds over who gets to play late in games, and I remember saying to him that it's not really comparing player to player. Sometimes it's coach's gut in a game, knowing that guy's having a good game. And Baker and I had a great conversation about it. I saw his points. I don't know if he saw mine, but I do understand that sometimes you go on gut and just that on paper, the best player on paper doesn't always have to be in the game at the end. And I felt like last night was a perfect example of game in Miles Wood, because the question is, why would you have him out there for overtime? He can skate, he can score, he has scored, and he was on a mission last night. And the fact that he was able to settle down that puck and get it to Z, and then he goes right to a real tough area on the backside of that net, and Z spots him. For him to be the hero, for a guy that suffered a horrific injury with that high stick, and to read the quote, when I was watching that live, I felt like something was wrong. And it gave me a pit in my stomach because I could see Miles Wood kind of questioning what had happened to him. And he wasn't sure. And he was kind of, I don't know. I don't know if you've ever had that as a kid or ever, any time where you've had a freak accident or something and you've got hit near the eye and you're kind of holding your eye, and until you know you can see, you're worried.
Yeah.
Like you get poked in the eye or something and you're like, please let me be able to see.
You want the quote from him?
Yeah.
I got it right here from Miles.
It's a scary quote.
I've been playing hockey for 30 years now, and it's the most scared I've ever been. When I was down on the ice, I thought my eyeball was in my hand when I pulled it away. Terrifying stuff right there. Very, very fun to see him come back and have the impact that he did last night, and just big aura points for him, AR, with the missing teeth right now. Like, I'm all in on that look. Like, you got to have a guy like that. I think on your hockey team, like, it's giving me Dustin vibes from Stranger Things. I don't know if you've ever watched that, but I love Dustin. That's like my favorite character
He's good.
on Stranger Things. Like, he's kind of giving me those vibes right now with the grill that he's got going on. So, yes, absolutely good stuff from Miles Wood. And another good thing that's happening, AR, is they're leaving nationwide and coming back with wins. And last year, that was a thorn in their side.
When do we get the wins now at home, though?
Well,
when do those come?
We're going to work on that tonight.
Okay.
We're going to work on that starting tonight.
I'm with you.
14.
Harder to get the other one done.
No doubt, right? Like, in 14, 23, and 4 last year away from our barn. 4-1 right now. 4-1 right now. The power play is traveling on the road, too. We talked earlier about special teams and how that was a little bit of an issue for them out of the gate. But you look at their last 4 games on the road, and we talk about the power play. You picked up one against Minnesota. You were 2 for 2 versus Dallas, 0 for 2 against the Pens. But then last night, you bounce back and get a couple more. So that's great to see. The wins on the road, but special teams traveling as well with them.
Yeah, it's huge. It's a big part of it, and it's probably the big part that's going to get them over the hump outside of what has been great, which has been the goaltending. And what I haven't talked about in the first 9 minutes is the save the Jet made on the breakaway in overtime.
Yeah, man.
Because we're not even getting to Miles Wood without that save.
It's real.
But the Miles Wood story, the fact when they got him, first of all, you know he can skate, and that's why he was out there in overtime when he gets that space. He's physical. He can forecheck. He creates opportunities, and he creates a lot of them with his speed. And he finishes checks, and he scored, I think he had 19 goals one year with Jersey. So it's not like he just was brought in to be like an enforcer who can skate. Yeah. So he was there, Z spotted him, and they get the win. So that's nice. You get the 2 points. No matter how you get it, you want it. And now they're officially on a little bit of a roll here, winning 4 of their last 5 in a season that was kind of, like I said earlier, may have gotten a little squirrely based on the fact that their schedule did not set up for them to lose a lot of home games early and then get it back right away. Because Pittsburgh had been coming, but the game I'm talking about is the game at Dallas. I think after beating Tampa, which was great, obviously you had to beat them because it was home. You didn't want to lose another home game. That would be 3 straight home games. But going to Dallas and getting them, I think, swung this thing. And I know they came back and lost to Washington, but I think it kind of swung them, kind of settled them down a little bit. Got a couple wins, really good win against a very good team on the road. And so now, and I love anytime you can win overtime games or a shootout game, mentally those are huge. Yep. Unlike the fact that I didn't think to switch real fast to the Blue Jays, you lose an 18-inning baseball game. I don't know how you mentally flush that in 8 hours or 10 hours. But wild. Maybe baseball allows something different. New pitchers on the mound, new game, started 0. But, man, anytime – I always thought that even in like when hockey – and now they have the 3-on-3 overtime and the shootout, but like when you'd go like 2 or 3 overtimes and lose a game, how much that mentally could take out of you. And then here Toronto comes back and wins last night. Their manager after that game that you're talking about, he was like, hey, like they didn't win the series. Yeah. That was just a game. Well, technically it was 2, but it was 1 game that they won. And so climbing out of that hole mentally was very impressive to see, especially when they went to bed that night, knowing that when we come in here in a few hours, we got to face Shohei Ohtani. And they still found a way. The other locker room was the exact opposite, where Roberts is trying to settle them down. Yeah. And he said, great win, and they're all going nuts, And I don't know if you saw the clip where he was like, we got a game in 8 hours or whatever it is, and Shohei's in the back going through his pitching motion. And he was good. Yeah. It just was 2 mentally different locker rooms, and now we got a series there too. All right, we'll have Hockey and Hounds with Sivo at 2:30. We'll talk to him all about the nice win last night. We'll come back. How up for grabs is the Heisman still, and did I witness the leader in the clubhouse? Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
Big voice guy here to remind you that you're listening to The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Okay, thanks. I have 3 more seconds. Bye-bye.
5 words no one wants to hear. You need a new roof. What do you do? Who do you call? How are you going to pay for it? Hey, it's Timmy Hall, and these are all questions that run through people's minds when they hear those 5 words. But if you pick up the phone and call Victor's Home Solutions, your new roof will be the easiest, most hassle-free home improvement project you'll ever do. Victor's has thousands of 5-star ratings for both customer service and high-quality installation. Plus, they offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. And since no one wants to pay these high interest rates for a limited time, Victor's is offering 5-year, no-interest financing with minimum monthly payments for qualified buyers. So if you need a new roof, don't stress. Victor's Home Solutions has your back. It starts with a free 21-point roof inspection. It assesses the exact condition of your roof and what needs to be done next. Set up your inspection today. 866-VICTORS. That's 866-VICTORS or online at victors.com.
Ohio Credit Union Business Banking is there whether you need a loan to grow your operations or cash flow solutions to keep things moving forward. Real talk about what matters to your business. Visit telohio.org/business.
Certain restrictions apply. Telhio is open to all in Central and Southwestern Ohio. Federally insured by NCUA.
College football is more chaotic than ever. New rivals, new rules, and a brand new season of Fansville. Are you fan enough to handle the drama? Then grab an ice-cold Dr. Pepper from your local Kroger and buckle up for the season. College football. It's a Pepper thing. College football fans, listen up. You can catch Carnell Tate and Dr. Pepper on November 17th. We'll be at the new Kroger at 7525 Gardwell Street in Powell from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Stop by to get your photo with Carnell Tate. See you there.
Treat yourself to a new ride from Coughlin Chevrolet. Lease a new 26 Chevy Trailblazer or 25 Trax, $189 a month. New 26 Chevy Equinox, $239 a month. month. Or a new 26 Silverado, just $369 a month. Visit CoglinChevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
36-month lease with $39.99 due at signing, plus tax, title, and license. 10,000 miles per year, 25 cents per mile over. See dealer for details. Ends 10/31/25.
Hey friends, Beamer here. Thanksgiving, as we know, is right around the corner. And what better way to say thank you than $500 off to a thinner, healthier you? Now through Thanksgiving, Awaken 180 is giving our great listeners $500 off your program. Visit them online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Shop Meijer and get a head start on your gifting list with early holiday deals. There's something for everyone. Yankee Candle large jars are 40% off. Get 20% off select Lego City and Friends building sets. Select board games like Clue or Scrabble are just $15 each. And Element 40-inch smart TVs are 50% off. Save a good deal more on the gifts they can't get enough of at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
Helping a new driver get ready for their road test? Here's a convenient new way to make the most of your 50 hours of required practice driving time. The Road Ready Ohio app, available now at no cost to new drivers and their families. Road Ready Ohio keeps track of your driving experience together, providing feedback and safe driving tips. It even generates the documentation you need for the Ohio BMV. The Road Ready Ohio app, free to download in the Apple and Google App Stores.
Flexible, secure, fun. Oh, and great pay too. Are you not sure what you want to do for a career? Or are you thinking of changing careers? Being a dental hygienist or dental assistant may be the perfect fit for you and provides all of these perks plus more. Talk with a dentist in your community or visit ODA.org to learn more. Become a valuable member of the dental team and start helping people love their smile. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
In the old days when people lived to be 40, you only had one option for listening to your favorite show. But now, ooh, baby, radio, podcast, the Fan app, and YouTube, just to name a few, live or on demand. You have no excuses. The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We will see some sun and clouds to start, with clouds increasing throughout the day. In the second half of the day, the rain develops this afternoon and evening. Could have heavy downpours at times and gusty winds with highs getting in the mid to upper 50s. For tonight, rain continues overnight with our lows in the mid 40s. And then for Thursday, another rainy day ahead. We will see daytime highs struggle to get into the low 50s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with the 10 weather impact forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman and Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Truth of the matter is, you're listening to Rothman and Ice on 97.1 The Fan.
You know, it doesn't matter. The body clock goes off on waiver Wednesday when you need something, and you're not somebody that wants to burn a claim. So I'm that guy, and I think you may be that guy as well, to not burn a claim, because you may need that claim to add somebody to your team or to block somebody in the playoffs. Somebody needs something and you have the waiver priority. You can say, you know what? You're not getting that defense. You're not getting that guy to help you out this week. And right now in our league, my waiver claim is 3 and you are 5. So we're kind of protecting those waiver claims, and I'll give you evidence of that. This morning, I woke up to a buzz on my phone, and it was you at 4:32 in the morning.
That's when I'm always up.
Taking a running back and dropping a tight end. Now, that was after the claims went through, so it was 2 minutes. Now, all the waiver claims don't come through at the same time every Wednesday. I don't know how Yahoo does it. It'd be nice if we knew
That's
that.
what I'm saying. It should
be nice if we knew at 4 a.m.
No doubt.
And 4:01, everybody clears waivers and you can hand pick somebody.
Yeah.
But you can wake up at 4:20 and they may not have cleared yet.
Yeah.
So you picked up, I get a buzz on my phone at 4:32 that you picked up somebody.
Bam Bam Bigelow Knight?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
For the Arizona Cardinals.
And then it got me thinking, well, the Eagles are on bye this week. I need a defense. And I was charting some defenses, and I knew that the Rams against the Saints and Tyler Shuck, they were going to get claimed, and I was not going to claim a defense. And then the other one was the Lions, who I think are taking on the Vikes with JJ coming back all rusty. And you can't prove that, Rusty. And I took, I grabbed Seattle at 4:49 a.m. You and I were both up this morning, pre-5 a.m. On a Wednesday to make waiver claims. You think we're into this?
My sleep schedule is horrendous right now. Like, I didn't go to bed until about 11:45 last night. Woke up at 4, and I've been up since. I am not getting good sleep right now, and I don't know what's going on.
You didn't stay up. Did you stay up for the baseball game?
So the last inning that I remember seeing was the 12th or 13th inning, somewhere in that window. That was it.
Ended at 3 a.m., is that right, our time?
Yeah, I woke up again in the middle of the night, and I saw the final score, and I looked at when I got that alert on my phone, and it was like 20 minutes ago. I'm like, what? Wait a minute. The game just ended?
It's a tough one, because if you're into it, baseball's a little different because of the pauses. If a hockey game a playoff game went to 5-6 overtimes, I think you stay with it. Although they have the intermission too.
But there's a clock too, right? That you can see time winding down. I think that's maybe mentally easier to deal with when you see a clock winding down.
So you got to pull ripcord because you're emotionally invested in a sporting event. And I think even if you're not there, you want to be able to say, I stayed up and watched every last minute of that. And so if you don't bail in the 12th and you stay to like the 15th, then what happens?
I probably would have been like, I've had enough. Knowing me.
Because what if it would have gone 20 or 22?
If we get to 15 innings, then we're just talking silly stuff. Man. And they got way, way crazier after that.
I had very little sleep this weekend as I went over to Bloomington and hung out. And
partying over there, baby.
It's as weird as I mentioned last year it is. The tailgating is off the chart. It's unbelievable. And it's one of those freaky things that I thought that this was a Halley's Comet last year. First of all, the schedule was a lot easier for Indiana last year. And I am watching a team that bounces back from adversity, that plays defense, that has a good quarterback. They won a game on Saturday. I know it was UCLA, and I'm not making a big deal out of it. So Nico Iamaleava throws a pick six on a second pass. They started the game. By the way, they had been running the football. You're on the road. They start out outthinking themselves. He calls a pass play, gets dirted. And then the second play, they call a pass play, and it's a pick six. And it's a great pick six. He was hidden by the lineman and popped out. And they get the ball back, and I looked at my brother and I said, I'll bet you $1,000 right now they hand this ball off. Obviously, they did. Like, they were not going to throw another pass. Yeah. And Indiana starts to roll them. And Mendoza is not fast. He can run. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit like saying, and he's a big guy. And every pass he threw wasn't perfectly on target. And they didn't need him to throw a lot of passes because Hemby's a pretty violent runner.
Yeah, he can go.
And Ohio State fans know about Hemby. Mm-hmm. Like, he's done some stuff to them.
Yeah, he's a dude.
And it's the defense.
Yeah.
I know they had dudes stick around because they knew what kind of team maybe they had coming back this year in the NIL. So I was the one that kind of was really, I didn't curse NIL, but I thought like, this feels really kind of weird. It just feels dirty. Maybe college sports to some degree has been dirty forever, but maybe this one is the kind of the hiding in plain sight. And I have to admit now that ironically, it's what the transfer portal and NIL has built the possibility of a school like Indiana turning into a football school overnight.
And not even just a football school right now, but in the eyes of some, the team in the country right now.
You could make that argument with their schedule and their wins and how they've been winning.
Dominating. Like, I know it was UCLA, but it was also a UCLA team that was coming in, I think, with a 3-game win streak and some confidence. Like, their bounce back after how that looked early on was really impressive. And that is impressive to me when you curb stomp a team that way, that comes in with the type of confidence that they had. And they're a complete squad right now. And it's similar to Ohio State, where you're getting really good quarterback play and you have a lights out defense. I mean, right behind right behind Ohio State in points allowed in the country is Indiana. They're giving up 11 a game. 11 points a game, and they're second in the country in sacks. So that combination of the veteran quarterback who is a difference maker with a unit on the other side that doesn't allow opposing offenses to rack up a whole bunch of confidence and put points up on the board, is why they are really, really good right now. And it's crazy. It's still, even for me, like we're a year and a half into this thing with Indiana. When I see that brand, my mind does not lock into that as a football powerhouse. And that's what they are right now. Look, we got a long way to go. We'll see what the future is. But at the moment, they're a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah. It's
and
weird.
We have a new ranking system in 6 days, so they may be number one.
They might be number one.
With the committee.
They might be.
Yeah.
They might be.
It's weird, and I'll mental hedge this, but I have to admit now that they're real. So somebody asked me, like, could they beat Ohio State? And the answer to that is, of course they can.
Right.
I would give them a one-game puncher's chance, of course. But for somebody that has seen this movie for, I don't know how long, almost 40 years, and it ends the same way. It doesn't, maybe they'd be competitive. Maybe in Indianapolis, if they get there, which they're supposed to, Ohio State gets there, which they're supposed to, that you would see a stadium half and half. Like you would see something real.
Fitty, lemon lime.
Yeah, you would see something real. It's unbelievable what I'm witnessing with Indiana football. And so I think that he's a culture changer, clearly. He's he's a quirky dude, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, when Jenny Taft asked him before the game, she asked him this question, and it was almost like you knew that it was going to get a weird answer. She's, what scares you the most, or what scares you about UCLA? I think that was her question. First of all, that's on a tee for a coach. Like, she didn't say, hey, what's your biggest priority today with you? She said, what scares you? And his answer was, we don't play scared, or you can't play scared. Like, it was a perfect answer to a question that was just on a tee for a coach, and a coach like him. But Maddie, he's a roamer. He's 30 yards down the sideline.
I'm so glad you mentioned that.
And you know what? I'm going to have to ask Bobby about that, because I don't pay attention where Ryan Day stands. He's ahead of the play a little bit sometimes, but I don't think he's like that. 30 yards on his own on an island.
I can't remember whether it was Indiana on offense or defense, but there was a couple camera shots to where you could see him.
Defense, he's way down. He's looking at it from where
it's got to be.
Where you put a guy as a deep safety.
Yeah, right. And my guess is he likes to see how the plays are developing and all those things, like what's happening down in the trenches. He is the only coach that I see do that, and so it's a really awesome story. Like, it really is. And you touched on how they were able to fast-track this thing. And that's the beauty of the NIL and transfer portal, is that you can be a program that has not been viewed as a really good football team or football program, and that can change fairly quickly if you hit on what he's hit on. One, it's laying down the groundwork of a culture, but also it's two, he's hit on two quarterbacks right away. And Curtis Rourke and Fernando Mendoza. And if you go, you swing and miss on those guys, they're not having the success that they're having right now at this level.
Would you bet him to win the Heisman right now?
He's the favorite at plus 275. I would still lean Julian right now at plus 375.
And I think if this goes the way good. Now, if Mendoza, I mean, the next four opponents are combined, 1-17 in the Big Ten.
Cook. He
should. So if he gets a few touchdowns, they win big, the total yards and all that. Now, he didn't finish the game against UCLA because at this point of the season, you got to keep him healthy. They put in his little brother.
Yeah.
Is it a little brother or older brother?
I think he is the little brother.
Yeah. And so he finished. So the stats could have been even worse, but they were already up 49-3.
Yeah. In that last weekend, it'll be a Friday night game for Indiana on the road at Purdue. Yeah. And then obviously Julian will have the all eyeballs on him game with the Michigan game as their last one as well. And I think that could be the difference-making moment for Julian. And then he may have to do it again and potentially a head-to-head against Fernando in the title game for the conference.
Alabama played with fire this weekend, right, against an unranked team. And I think this is setting up for the Heisman to come down to a Big Ten championship game. I think it,
or maybe even the SEC championship
or
game.
the SEC.
Right?
Well, Marcel Reed is he's the runner. He's the true dual threat guy.
I think between Reed, Pavia, and Simpson, that SEC title game could hold a similar weight as well.
Unbelievable the way this is. It's very much up for grabs. Adam Schefter in 2 minutes, and the core of a team that is signed, sealed, and delivered. But will they deliver a Super Bowl? We'll ask him next. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we helped Tom.
Hi, my name's Tom. I've been a patient at Tri-State Men's Health, and I'm being treated for low testosterone. I didn't really notice the issue of just the energy and feeling slow in the middle of the day and waking up feeling as if I hadn't even gone to bed. When I walked into Tri-State Men's Health, I was extremely impressed from the get-go with the results of the treatment. I wake up in the morning now with clarity. I have had more energy in working out. I definitely have increased my strength. I would say that if there are men out there who experience some of the same problems that I did with inability to sleep well and waking up without feeling refreshed and having your energy flagging throughout the day, go see Tri-State Men's Health. It's changed my life and it'll change yours too.
Thanks, Tom. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
At Metal Supermarkets, we're all about getting you and your crew to quit in time sooner. That's why our service is a cut above. You see, no matter the project, we'll get you to the right metal, shape, and grade. Cut to any size, ready real fast. And yeah, we'll deliver, leaving plenty of time for the important things, like opening an ice-cold can of aluminum. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience store for metal.
Is there anything better than a college football Saturday? Not if you're at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Join the Fan for watch parties for the games this season. Oh, you got to check out the display case of amazing autographed prizes you can win. It's beautiful. 2 massive TV walls to watch the national champs. Watch and place wagers with over 30 kiosks, contests, prizes, and live shows. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
NFL Playbook with ESPN's Adam Schefter.
Sponsored by Bet365. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
You believe I survived fantasy this week playing the Cincinnati Bengal defense? I mean, that's some bad GMing right there. I thought they were going to, at the beginning of the week, I thought they were going to go with Brady Cook at quarterback or Tyrod's knees bad.
Yeah.
Justin's been benched. And I thought, just grind it out somehow, Cincinnati. That's unbelievable. They gave up 500-plus yards.
And it was a team that came in with zero confidence on offense. Absolutely zero.
I wonder if Fields, back in Ohio, heard what the owner said. And I know those are intangibles. Those aren't real. But in his mind, maybe it was, I'll show him.
I think you're absolutely right in bringing that up. He spoke either before the game or after the game how he was really emotional throughout the week. There were some tears shed and all that stuff. And that's always something that I try to remember with guys like this at that level. These guys have never really had to deal with a ton of adversity in their football careers. Obviously, you get to the NFL. You're probably. I'm just saying, your journey for a lot of these guys is I'm dominating since junior high, high school, college. I'm the guy. And then you get to the NFL, and like you said, he's had to fight through some things. And the pressure of him probably in his mind knowing in the offseason, man, this may be my last crack at being a starter in this league, maybe for a while. And then the owner that week comes out and completely dunks on you as a quarterback in the offense. And, You found some confidence against a defense that still has a ton of work to do. That's an inexcusable L because Flacco came in with that offense and he's doing what he's supposed to do as a 40-year-old quarterback. Al Golden, that unit, they got to figure it out. And I don't know if you saw, they had the old players only meeting on defense over the last couple of days, which is always a major red flag for me.
Sickening to lose that game. It's horrible. At home against that team.
Absolutely.
Being up like that.
Right.
That may get Zach. That may get him. And I'm not saying, listen, he's got, like you said, a 40-year-old quarterback. The defense was bad going into the season. They changed coordinators and all that, but that is brutal.
I can't really crush him for the offensive stuff. If you lose Burrow, you're going to have to figure some things out. However, he made the call to go away from Lou Anarumo. You bring in Al Golden, and now you look over in Indy. Well, not only what Daniel Jones and that offense are doing, but that defense for the Colts is flying around too.
All right, we got our guy. He's on the Bryant Heating Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline, the one and only Adam Schefter, senior NFL insider for ESPN. Shefty, good to have you, my man.
Hello there, guys. What's going on?
Debating which coach in Ohio should be feeling the heat more, Stefanski or Zach Taylor. Where would you be on that?
Here's the deal. I don't know how to answer that because I think if you don't win in this league, you're always going to be under scrutiny until you're not. You're always going to be facing pressure until you're not. You're asking me that question. So that question is going to come up then for both individuals who I think, honestly, are both really good coaches. If Kevin Stefanski were let go, and I think he'd be right in the mix and would have a good chance to get a job in this cycle. So, look, they're both having disappointing seasons. And when you don't win the league, there are going to be questions like that are asked about coaches.
Yeah, and listen, with Zach Taylor, he loses Burrow, so he loses a potential MVP at the most vital position. And what's taking Stefanski off the hook a little bit is that Jimmy Haslam has always been the guy publicly to say, hey, I'm the one who traded for Deshaun Watson. And that obviously didn't work out. So you're right. I mean, they're both kind of getting a little bit absolved of some things. I just feel like it's getting ugly, and I don't know if it's going to get any better. I mean, with the Bengals, you and I had talked about could they stay afloat enough into their bye week that they would think about staying with Hutchinson. And now here comes the pivotal game against the Bears on Sunday because they lose a game to New York that they had won. And then if they win that, they got a chance to go into their bye week with 3 straight wins. But now here come the Bears. So if they lose to Chicago this Sunday and go to 3-6, where would your mind go as far as thinking now they trade him or try to?
You're talking about Trey Hendrickson?
Yeah.
Again, they're not. Over the years, they've not been the most aggressive franchise when it comes to pursuing trades like this. And if they lose, they would at that point be 3-6 going into the bye. You will have lost back-to-back home weeks. Do I think they'll trade him? My guess would be no.
What if other teams call them? What if the Cowboys or the Colts or the Niners? What if they pressure, start to say, we want him?
Well, I understand that. I'm sure they do want him. But is somebody going to pay enough to make the Bengals contemplate and consider taking what another team is offering? And I'll say this, I think if they were to lose the game, to me, I'm not saying they will, they should be listening.
Okay.
If they win, I paid the guy, I'm making the run with the guy, I'll let him become a free agent after the year. You put too much time, effort, and energy into this. Okay? But if they lose, go to 3-6, I would say it would be up to a team change my mind that I wouldn't trade him.
Okay. Shefty, is there anything that's popping up on your radar that you think is legit when it comes to this possibility of the Browns trading Myles Garrett? Because now it's out there and it's all over social media, and I don't know if that's just an Ohio thing right now, but is that on your radar at all?
It's funny you asked that. I got a text from somebody that said there is, quote unquote, 0 chance of the Browns trading Myles Garrett. Okay. 0 chance.
There we go.
And did they give a reason? Is it financial? Dead cap stuff, that kind of thing?
I think it's probably all. He means too much to the franchise. They have a deal with him. He got 5 sacks last week. He's the best. Just got to text people, have a better chance of winning the lottery.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's it's as guarantee as you can get. What do you think of what the Lions have done here with Aiden Hutchinson? And, man, when you think of what they have now signed for the next few years, Hutchinson, Sewell, Amon-Ra, Goff, Jamison Williams. Like, this is a massive window they are locked into now.
Yeah, listen, they've done a great job of locking up their talent. Aiden Hutchinson gets a huge deal today, $45 million a year. You knew this deal was coming. And in all honesty, I'm watching him play early in the year, and every week I'm going, Aiden, you got to get the deal done. Like, he's playing at an incredibly high level. You know, he's taking some hits. He got hurt a couple of weeks ago. He went down. I'm like, what are we doing here? You know, and he took the deal wisely. But it's a continuation of everything that Detroit has done. They draft, develop, and sign their players. There aren't many teams that have done a better job of doing that than the Detroit Lions, and it just continued today with Aiden Hutchinson.
What's the latest on A.J. Brown and his availability and, I guess, happiness in Philadelphia at the moment?
I don't expect that to happen at all. Look, I'll ask you a hypothetical right now. I've done this with other people. Like, if they were to trade A.J. Brown now, before Tuesday's trade deadline, and by the way, for the record, I don't believe they will, but if they were to trade him now, what do you think realistically they could get back from him?
As far as picks?
Yeah.
Well, what is he? He's not even 30 yet, Shefty, I don't believe off the top of my head.
28.
So 28. Yeah. Maybe a 2 and some other stuff that you could talk a team into?
I agree with that. And what I would say to that is they could get that and more in the off season after he's helped them try to defend their Super Bowl title. Why would you trade him for whatever it is that you're proposing, hypothetically, now when you can get that and maybe more in the off season when there are more teams interested in the services and more teams have cap space? Just wait till February, March. That's what you're going to do.
I guess the counter to that would be, could they improve their team now in another area, whether it's defense or corner, and they feel like they can survive without AJ and improve?
But trading AJ doesn't have to do with improving another area. If this team can go improve another area, it's going to be an.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things, whether they feel they got a real decent chance to repeat and they feel like he's a problem. I don't know. But it's that's an interesting thing because he's not really gone away as far as his making noise. And how they deal with it inside, I guess, is their deal, and maybe they can.
Well, I'm just telling you that it's not going to happen. I don't expect it to happen. And I know it keeps coming up. I get asked about A.J. Brown more than any other player. He's not going to be traded before the trade deadline, barring something unbelievably unexpected happening, which always could happen in the league. He's not getting traded.
Okay. Good stuff, my man, as always. Thanks for jumping in.
Of course.
Yep.
I appreciate it. Have a great week.
You too. That is Adam Schefter on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. All right, when we come back, the buyout mania in college football. How insane is it? We'll detail it out next. Rothman and Ice in the Fan.
We have so many local shows, I can't fit them in a 10-second promo. So let's just say we're live and local all damn day. The Fan.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
This is Ryan Krieger, and at Krieger Ford, we know life's busy. Let us handle your car care. Enjoy our convenient pickup and delivery service, or have our technicians come to you with our mobile service van. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today, only at KriegerFord.com.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
The football season now stretches from August to late January, and we can't afford not to be at our very best all season. Hey guys, it's Eric Reeser, and if you're like me, looking at the calendar wondering how you're going to stay at 100% for the next 5 months, do what I did. Go see my friends at Hydrate Me Med Spa. I went to their Grandview location, got hooked up with a fast vitamin push that's got me feeling better than I have in years, and the NAD Plus has me thinking better too. From IV to aesthetic treatments, look great, feel great at Hydrate Me Med Spa. 4 locations, Grandview, Granville, New Albany, and Dublin. Book your appointment at HydrateMeMedSpa.com.
1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS for Kids.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-656-1551. That's 800-656-1551.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy place every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Dormar! Dormar! You're kind of hero!
When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
When you need a mini excavator or a not-so-mini excavator, lean on Green, Sunbelt Rentals. With the largest rental fleet and hardest working equipment experts in Columbus, we can help you take a big step toward a mini excavator in one of 17 different sizes, from 2,000 to 18,000-pound machines, with 6 to 24 feet of reach and 5 to 15 feet digging depth. Though in the most rental locations, and it's no wonder the Columbus builders who are building Columbus lean on Green. Sunbelt Rentals. Learn more at sunbeltrentals.com.
You ever feel like your money is just lying around? Switch to Huntington Bank, and your money is always doing something.
Like what?
Like automatically pushing more to savings so you can take that trip.
I like trips.
Who doesn't? It even tracks your progress. You're almost there.
Well, I better pack.
And it charts your spending so you know which vacation hat you can afford.
How does it know I like hats?
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Attack and dominate. Morning Juice is on YouTube and 10 TV Plus.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Join Bobby Carpenter and Tito weekdays starting at 6 or watch on demand. More Bobby, less commercials. The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Cosby Heating and Cooling and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
You're listening to Rothman and Ice on 97.1 The Fan.
All right, quick pivot back to the Myles Garrett stuff. All right, 5 sacks, single-game franchise record. This is what he is. He's on a bad team. He signed up to be on a bad team.
Did he? The only reason why I'm asking that.
Oh, he took the money.
I can't
What
get
do
over
you think their plan was?
When we were talking about that,
I know,
a few months ago, and he was on the NFL Network. I think it was Andrew Siciliano was saying, "What you obviously feel good, and do you know?" And he said yes with a lot of confidence.
He may have been acting,
maybe so, and these guys are very good at that. But at the end of the day, somebody puts $40 million a year in front of you. I don't think there's a lot of humans walking planet Earth
toe
that
the
say
company
no,
line
for sure.
You'll be the poster child for the Browns. You will be that guy.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hear that he's frustrated. I don't want to hear it. He signed up for this. If I hear the same, and by the way, he's human. He has every right to be frustrated. What I'm saying is keep it to yourself. I don't want to hear it.
What don't you like hearing from him right now?
He signed up to be on the Cleveland Browns for $41 million when he was selling that song at the Super Bowl to anybody that would listen, how he didn't want to go from Cleveland to Canton.
No, but I guess I'm asking, what don't you like hearing from him now, I guess? Is there something he said that you're not rocking with?
I'm just saying right now, preemptively, he says it doesn't get any easier each week. You ask me regarding the team's inability to create offense. I would throw the whole performance away for a win. Like, okay, that's fine. He's frustrated, and I get it. What I'm saying is I don't want to hear anything about him wanting to be out of there. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think he's saying that.
Okay.
Which is like he can't do that. I agree. This is just kind of out there in the Twitter world and on TV in certain spots.
But when you're sitting by yourself at the end of the bench as the clock winds down and, you know,
I mean, that stuff doesn't bother me. I think human nature kicks in, right, where you're just like, man, my career. I think he's got to be struggling with that, with wanting to be loyal, and obviously
he knew what
he
was signing up for.
I get that, but I'm just saying that's still frustrating when you're playing at the level that he's playing
that's
at.
What I'm saying.
And this not only this year, this has been his career in Cleveland.
I'm trying to tell him, try to not show it as much to the public. Be a leader. Set an example. Don't sit on the end of the bench knowing you've had a franchise record sacks.
Yeah, but even if he does, what's going to change? They're going to get blown out every game anyway.
I don't
That's
mind.
Just optics. Who cares?
I don't mind it, AR. I don't.
I know he loves wanting to bring success to Cleveland. All I'm saying is when I read headlines, and this may not be him, so I'm not saying that it's fair, but when it's he's frustrated that he wasted his 5-sack game, that goes to pointing the finger at the other side of the field of your team. And I think as a leader, he needs to be that guy, because all he wanted to do was be out of there. And then they gave him the money, and now he was happy to be there. And that's what I'm saying. He's human. Just try to keep it under wraps a little bit, because you don't want that to filter throughout the team.
If it does, I don't know how much worse it could get. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm saying I'm paying him $40 million to be the guy he was on the field on Sunday, but also to be the leader he is.
I think he's still a leader. He's a captain of the team. And we've seen guys are going to have moments where there's bad body language, right? I don't think we can expect these guys to always be chipper and say the right things and just always have the canned answers time and time again. Like, they're going to feel some of that. And I don't blame Miles for doing it. And until his teammates come out and say they have an issue with it, I don't think I should have an issue. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think this is some big negative domino effect that's going to happen now because Miles showed some emotion.
By the way, but he said this blank is embarrassing. Okay.
It is.
Yeah. Which part?
It is embarrassing.
Yeah. Okay.
It is. And real quick, Schefter literally just tweeted out what he told us. This is the tweet from Shefty. For those wondering if the Browns would consider trading Myles Garrett by Tuesday's deadline,
we were wondering.
The answer is, in the words of one source, no chance. Another source added, people have a better chance of winning the lottery. We got it first for you, folks. We got it first.
That quote, that text that he read was live on our show.
Yeah.
And he thought enough of it. He thought enough of the storyline, the narrative, to put it out there. So I think that's pretty cool.
You think it's Jimmy or Andrew that hit him with that text?
It had to be somebody. It had to be
one of the two. It's not going to be Stefanski.
I'm thinking Barry, but I don't know.
Stefanski.
It feels like it would be
not Stefanski.
With the way that Jimmy kind of
plenty there to keep him busy.
I think it's Andrew Barry too. Because remember when the Miles thing was happening, like Jimmy told Miles, "Don't come talk to me. Go talk to Andrew Barry."
I'm going to retweet this as heard first on Rothman.
We need that. We need that.
Because he felt strongly enough.
And was he getting what's help me with this?
By the way,
he was getting real quick.
Why was he getting that unsolicited?
That's exactly where I was going.
After you asked him the question,
because when I asked him the question,
did he fire off a text
and
to
get it back that quickly? Because when I asked him, he
wouldn't have done that.
No, I think this was organic. He was already working on it. And then,
so when you asked him, I think he did say, ironically, it's funny you ask.
He said, I talked to someone and they told me no chance. And then he followed up with the quote, people have a better chance of winning the lottery. We got that live. I think that was all
Andrew. Do you guys think that the odds of the Browns winning a Super Bowl at some point in the next 5 years?
Funny enough, I thought you were limping into that going like
I was trying
4 games.
I was trying to think of what.
We went from 4 games in my head to Super Bowl.
Remember when Maddie said, like, I had a couple of things I wanted to see before I check out. Like the Vikes, maybe even playing in one.
Yeah.
But winning one or getting a hole in one. And he said, basically, don't worry about the hole in one. You're getting one soon. Like, I'm like, well, the odds say, because getting a hole in one is like 1 in 12, 13,000 or whatever. And we see Super Bowl odds every year of what, 500 to 1, 250 to 1.
No doubt. Yeah.
So,
hey, this rookie class.
So do you think the Browns, I'll even up it. You think you got a better chance of winning a lottery, not like a Powerball of like 500 million, whatever.
It's like a scratch off. Like you get
how much can you win on a? What's the ceiling on a scratch off?
I have no idea.
Can you win?
I don't know.
I don't think.
Can you win $100,000 on one of those?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
I bought one for the first time in a long time. I couldn't even remember if I had ever bought a scratch off. It was all because it was the Three Stooges, and I thought, that looks pretty
cool.
funny.
Yeah.
Let me grab one of those.
What was your question you were going to post?
About a better chance of winning the lottery or the Browns winning a Super Bowl in your lifetime?
Hopefully, I got a long way to go, so I'm going to pick the Browns on that one.
Winning a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Or winning the lottery.
Well, look, man,
the odds are the Browns, if they lucked into a quarterback, they could have.
In theory, you're supposed to win one every 32 years. With the parity in this league, that's how it's built. Now, let's see, I got two. So
the Vikes are going on 50.
Well, that's a problem.
And they've never won one. You said win one or playing one?
I said win one.
Win one.
In theory,
we've
you're supposed to play in one every
since
16.
1961. They're way past.
Wrist up.
Thanks, Steeler fan.
He may be the guy to lead them.
So you and the Raven, you guys with the Lombardis all over the place.
Hey, I've seen two with my own eyes. I'm good.
So have I.
We come back top of the hour, Fan Sports Update. And speaking of the Browns, their quarterback was destroyed by a Super Bowl champ turned analyst. You'll hear it next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Catch T-Bone and Tyvus weekday mornings from 6 to 9. If you're not completely satisfied, we'll rewind time and erase your brain. For real, the Fan.
Tell Ohio Credit Union Business Banking is there whether you need a loan to grow your operations or cash flow solutions to keep things moving forward. Real talk about what matters to your business. Visit tellohio.org/business.
Certain restrictions apply. Telhio is open to all in Central and Southwestern Ohio. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, Central Ohio, it's Andrew from Home Team Solutions, and yes, we buy houses for cash the easy way. We've been buying houses for over 20 years, and we've seen it all. Whether you've inherited a property, you're behind on payments, the house needs work, or just want to avoid the hassle of listing, we've got you covered. No repairs, no clean out, no stress, just a fair cash offer and you pick the closing date. We've helped hundreds of homeowners sell fast and hassle-free, and we're proud to have 5-star reviews all across Central Ohio and an A+ rating with the BBB. If you're ready to sell your house the easy way, call Home Team Solutions at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit us online at selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, and family-owned. Again, that's 614-962-SELL. 614-962-7355 or selltohometeam.com.
Imagine on an NFL Sunday being able to sit in a comfortable seat and watching 7 NFL games at once. Now imagine your favorite radio station giving away prizes including football tickets. On Sunday, November 7th at 1 p.m., join me, Scotty Vegas, and Dave Biddle from On the Money at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus for incredible food, giant screens, and lots of betting kiosks. That's Sunday at the best place to watch the games. 1 p.m., ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and the multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info, or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I cannot imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life.
There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
Hey, it's Anthony. Wouldn't you want to drive into the new season with a brand new Honda from Germain Honda of Dublin? You can lease the 25 Honda Accord LX for just $199 a month or finance at 3.99% APR. Or the 26 Honda CR-V LX all-wheel drive, leasing from only $319 a month or finance from 4.99% APR. These fall deals are fantastic. Visit Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road, just south of 270, or you can shop online anytime at GermainHondaofDublin.com.
Finally, fall is here. The leaves are changing, the air is crisp, and the cooler temperatures are a welcome relief. But as those temperatures continue to drop, it's also a reminder that winter is just around the corner. We know it might feel a little early to start talking about freezing temperatures and snow, but now is the perfect time to make sure your roof is ready. Before the winter weather hits, wouldn't you like the peace of mind that your home is protected? If you're unsure about the condition of your roof or just want to be prepared for the months ahead, call the professionals you can trust at Newman Roofing. With over 30 years in business and 3 generations of Newmans in the roofing industry, we're dedicated to educating you about your roof so you understand exactly what's happening. We believe that an informed homeowner can make the very best decision for their needs. Give us at Newman Roofing a call today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit us online at newmanroofing.com. Let Newman Roofing help you prepare for winter the right way.
It's officially fall at Firehouse Subs. The Thanksgiving turkey sub is back. This sub brings all the flavors of the Thanksgiving table into one crave-worthy bite. Stacked high with premium carved turkey, savory stuffing, and cranberry sauce. The ultimate holiday comforts in a sub. Hurry to Firehouse Subs today and try the Thanksgiving turkey sub before it's gone. Limited time at participating Firehouse Subs restaurants while supplies last. Planning a tailgate or game day spread? Firehouse Subs Catering makes it easy to feed the whole crew.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. Blue Jays visit the Dodgers in Game 5 of the World Series tonight at 8. Series tied at 2 after the Jays won 6-2 last night. Toronto's Trey Savage faces LA's Blake Snell. NHL Blue Jackets winners in 4 of their last 5 welcome the Maple Leafs tonight at 7:30. Columbus topped Buffalo 4-3 in OT last night. NBA Cavs seek their 4th straight victory when they visit the Celtics at 7. NFL ESPN's Adam Schefter reported Detroit Lions defensive end Aiden Hutchinson is shedding a 4-year, $180 million extension. $141 million is guaranteed, the most in NFL history for a non-QB. 20th year tight end Mercedes Lewis signed with the Broncos, while veteran safety C.J. Gardner-Johnson signed with the Bears, who are down 2 starting DBs. This update sponsored by Green & Sons, family owned and operated for over 45 years. Find your next Kubota tractor at Green & Sons, located in Mount Sterling and north of Marysville and Raymond.
Anthony sometimes likes to sit and stare at his bundle of Emmy Awards. Unfortunately, it's through the glass of the pawn shop. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
Hour number 2. Bobby Carpenter, 148-ish in studio. Let me ask you guys this. Did Jimmy Haslam or Andrew Berry send out a group text at the same time you were asking Schefty about would the Browns trade Myles Garrett? Because right underneath in my timeline, I have Mary Kay Cabot tweeting out not Schefty's bite, but her own.
Okay.
Like, I've heard that they're not trading him.
I think Andrew Berry, Jimmy Haslam, whoever it was, they've been seeing over the last 48 hours that people are really digging in on this topic and talking about could they move on from him. And I think when you see that at some point in time, you got to respond in some form or fashion. So I think once you get there mentally, I think you go to the people in the media that you trust and that you've had relationships with, and you shoot out a text to Mary Kay and Schefty and say, hey, we're putting this to bed right now. I think that's probably what's happened over the last.
She didn't have a text that said
people have a better chance of winning the lottery.
Which, by the way, people do win the lottery. Like,
oh man, can it be me one day? Can it just be me?
No, it can't be you, because you say you're going to continue to work.
I'll be here 3 days a week.
Anybody that wins the lottery is not allowed to work anymore.
I'll be there. Well, I think we can say the same thing about these coaches that are getting all these buyouts, and they're still coming back to do work.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Because the insanity that is calling up a wealthy booster or several and saying, basically, what do you want us to do? What do you want I should do?
That was good, by the way. That was good.
That was
felt like he was here with us.
And I'm thinking, if I had that money,
yeah,
and somebody called me and said, "Hey, could you help us out?" or "What do you want? What are your thoughts?" and I said, "I got $50 million." What did Kelly get?
He got $53-ish to $54 million.
Let me tell you something.
Away.
there is a thought in my mind that I would pay that amount of money if it meant that I was contributing to my alma mater. You could make the argument I would be by dismissing a trashy coach. But it's going to him. I would have such a problem with that. This isn't creating new facilities or a new indoor field or having my name on the building. This is about giving it to the guy to get him to walk away so they can go ahead and pay another coach.
It's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, but I couldn't do it. I don't care how much I love the school and the program.
What if you view it as addition by subtraction, though?
There's a good question.
Can you imagine your family? Let me put it in your lap.
Family.
Thank you. I was going to ask you to say that again.
All right.
Thank you.
Your family hears that TLC is going to, I don't know, send money to whatever X school and put yourself a lot older than you are now and extremely wealthy beyond your wildest dreams.
I'm here with my family.
Yeah. And he can buy a new family. And
my goodness. That was bad.
And they said, and your grandkids or your kids or relatives knew that you weren't giving the money to them or charity. Like you had $50 million. You know how much that could do for a charity of any kind? And you're going to hand it to one guy to leave? It's insane.
We got other millions for that stuff too. These high rollers, you're
I know
thinking,
it's all relative.
Yeah.
But I could not do it unless it was going to go to something good. And you're telling me the only good it's doing is removing him from the job.
Is boosting the mental health of everybody in the Baton Rouge metro area.
I guess you're right.
Civic duty.
And emotion leads.
Well, not a duty, but an option.
I know the whole phrase about, bad, or, good money after bad and all that. And you could make the case that when Jimbo Fisher got his $77 million from Ross, and they wound up getting who? Elko?
Mike Elko from Duke. Yeah.
And that's turned out pretty damn good for a guy making $7-8 million or whatever he's making. And they may have a run at the national title. So that would be the counter to my argument is, well, look, we did what we needed to do. We cut our losses, but the losses are so massive, but the losses are coming from one guy. This isn't the school. I'm presuming it's the boosters that are buying them out. These schools aren't writing a check to Brian Kelly for $50 million. Somehow that's getting covered.
And I also, and I don't know this, I'm genuinely asking, is the $50 million in change coming from one booster only?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Or is this a collective and it's like, hey, this is a group of 20 people or whatever it is, and you got to, contribute $1.5 million, or I don't know what the number is.
It's almost like an assessment. Like they're calling up these people, these high rolling boosters or alum, and saying basically what I said. Do you want out of this mess? Because if this is embarrassing to all of us, we'll go on your orders. Because the schools can't afford it. $77 million, and now they're paying players, so they don't want to lose that money on their own. My point is how insane that is for someone to think. And what I'm upset about is that these guys, and it's through no fault of their own, these schools signed these contracts with these guys. They got into bed with this.
Yep.
So am I blaming Brian Kelly? No. Or James Franklin or anybody else that gets these massive buyouts and guarantees, because these schools are willing to do it. It's the people that are buying them out that I find to be insane. But they have all the money in the world. What? We'll throw them
ridiculous.
We'll throw them another luxury box? Like, what are they giving them?
Luxury box, access. It's got to be those type of things that you're paying for at that type of dollar. It can't just be, hey, we're paying for a coach and hoping that he's going to win on Saturdays. This is I want to throw weight around with some of these decisions, because I think that's a big part of this as well, is that the people that you're talking about, these people hold a pretty decent amount of power now. Because if you are the AD, the president of some of these programs, and these people are hitting you up and saying, hey, if you want my money to keep coming into the program, I would like this to happen.
You start running a respectable business.
Yeah, exactly.
I won't have to come down here and hassle you no more.
Like, if you want my money to continue, we want him out of here. And I think that's what's scary about this, too.
But wouldn't you, as that prominent alum, rather give your $50 million to the school, keep the guy who clearly hasn't forgotten how to coach, and just give them a better chance to get better players or better facilities?
Are players the issue? Do we think that LSU doesn't have good players?
I don't.
No, I'm just saying that to give one guy $50 million
I have to imagine
in his bank account and say, go away.
I don't know what
insane.
you want from me.
I want some of that buyout is what I want, Brian.
I want you to sit in the mess that you created, and I'm not giving you another $50 million to walk away.
That's the other part of it, too, is do you believe that Brian Kelly could turn it around? Do you think this is a flash in the pan, his lack of success? Like, that's the other part. Are you going to just sign up and say, hey, we want to roll out the same coach because, we're paying him high money, but the football's not coming along with it? That's the other part, too, that
Unless
you have
I know
to
for
weigh.
a fact that he's not doing the job, like to the point. Now, you could make the case, hey, he lost the program, he's lost the team, that specific team. Yeah. And I could make the case that James Franklin did. And he did a horrible coaching job this year because he was set up to win. This year was the difference between because this guy was a play away from playing for it all last year. That's right. And then he loses a really tough game to Oregon in double overtime.
But that's not it with James.
That's not
it's
the one that got him.
That's
right.
It's
they
what
lost
it is.
faith that he could ever do it.
That's what happened with Brian Kelly, too, is they lost faith, whether it was Adidas, whether it's whoever it was that are cutting these massive checks. Those people are done with these coaches, and they're saying, we are willing to pay the price and then pay more money to bring in another guy at a very high clip. And
so when he was the coach of the year 3 times, it was luck or he had better players?
No, I think.
You know what? You're spoiled.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Then you set a standard that could come back to haunt you. Because when you set that standard and you either stay there or you don't go beyond that, these things are going to happen. And so now you're talking about Brian Kelly and James Franklin. Brian Kelly at $54 million, James Franklin right around 50. Those are the second and third largest buyouts in the history of the sport behind Jimbo. This is the new era that we're walking into.
You know what would prove the point? If people think these guys are just lucky or had great players or somehow was a big ruse, that they won't get hired again. And guess what? They will.
They will.
So if they will get hired again, then somebody believes that isn't all that they forgot how to coach.
It's similar. I don't know if this is the same thing, but the Denver Broncos got to a point with Russell Wilson where they didn't believe anymore. They saw with their own eyes, this isn't working. And they had to eat a ton of money.
So did Seattle, right?
Maybe I can't remember how much they had to eat, but I know Denver.
No, I mean where they got a glimpse of he's past his deal.
And so I think you just get to that point where it's like, this is going to suck. We got to eat a crap sandwich financially, but the guy that we have either at head coach or quarterback, we see that he can't do it. And so I think it is smart to move on instead of running your head into the same brick wall year in and year out.
And the A&M example has worked, but look at how many millions it cost them. Now, exactly. I don't think these schools think about what it'll cost.
No.
I think they think about what it'll make. I think they get their minds in how much they can make moving forward and cover it up. But to me, I was just thinking, I'm glad you brought up, to me, it's insane. And I'm only looking at it from that alum's point of view. If you had $50 million, what you could do with that money, even if you wanted to give it to the school, but instead you're giving it to one guy who clearly failed, and you're rewarding him by sending him on his way.
Yeah, but then you're miserable too if you keep watching him.
And I think that must be what it is. It's the power of the alum, like Maddie said. It's the ego of the alum who get to pull all the purse string. They get to pull the strings and puppet master the entire operation because now these schools know where we are money-wise.
And I think it's some of your history, too, as a program and where you believe your program should be. LSU and Penn State, the mindset of the boosters and the people that are cutting these checks, they think they should be winning national championships. And that when that's not happening, this is the result you get.
And $50 million to them, maybe $50,000 to somebody else.
Or $50.
I mean, that's the difference.
Never know,
we'll come back with ins and outs. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
What do you want? You want us to win 70-0 against Florida to keep you happy?
We're known for 3 things: games, conversation, and Common Man yelling about things only he cares about. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
College football is more chaotic than ever. New rivals, new rules, and a brand new season of Fansville. Are you fan enough to handle the drama? Then grab an ice-cold Dr. Pepper from your local Kroger and buckle up for the season. College football. It's a Pepper thing. College football fans, listen up. You can catch Carnell Tate and Dr. Pepper on November 17th. We'll be at the new Kroger at 7525 Gardwell Street in Powell from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Stop by to get your photo with Carnell Tate. See you there. In Columbus, how you roll up on game day matters. And with Polestar are redefining the driving experience. The Polestar 3 isn't just an electric SUV. It's an SUV that drives like a sports car. Precise, powerful, silent enough to hear the crowd before you see the stadium. Drive it today at Polestar Columbus or visit polestarcolumbus.com for a test drive and to learn about our competitive lease offers.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with a team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-656-1551. That's 800-656-1551.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy place every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Bank of America is the nation's leading business lender, and we're ready to help with your next goal here in Columbus. That's why we have over 3,700 local business specialists across the country. Because with the right team, your business and community prosper. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at bankofamerica.com/local business. Bank of America, official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America Corporation, all rights reserved.
Fraud in government is a crime, and it robs taxpayer dollars. I'm Ohio Auditor of State Keith Faber, and my job is to catch people that lie, cheat, and steal, report suspicious behavior, and help stop fraud. Learn the red flags, speak up, and protect your tax dollars by calling 1-866-FRAUD-OH.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state. The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at onnradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network. Join Rothman and Ice every Thursday at 2:30 for Gold Jacket Thursday.
Presented by the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
A new Hall of Famer joins the show every week, but not OJ because he's dead and probably a murderer. The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We will see some sun and clouds to start, with clouds increasing throughout the day. In the second half of the day, the rain develops this afternoon and evening. Could have heavy downpours at times and gusty winds with highs getting in the mid to upper 50s. For tonight, rain continues overnight with our lows in the mid 40s. And then for Thursday, another rainy day ahead. We will see daytime highs struggle to get into the low 50s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with the 10 weather impact forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman and Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Rothman and Ice present In or Out.
Just a little of the old in and out.
All right, a little bit of the old in and out. TLC takeover.
All righty. Are you in or out on donating money to your university?
Yeah, if it goes to something that you deem worthy, not to a fired coach. You're not stuffing money into a fired coach's pants and sending him on his way. Butt pat out of here. To me, I can't stand that. School made the embarrassing hire. They got to all live with it. Get out there in public and eat it. I'm not.
So you wouldn't have fired Brian Kelly. You wouldn't have let him go. You're seeing the entire contract through?
Listen, they got it done. Good for them. I'm only speaking of the individual question he just asked. Not my money.
I guess what I'm asking is if you were on the board down there, one of these people that is a booster.
I'm not saying you don't approve the firing.
No, I guess what I'm asking is your vote would have been no because I don't want to pay him a buyout? That would have been your vote? Is that where you're at?
No. I'm okay with firing him as long as it's not my money paying him. I thought that's what he asked.
No, but I guess I'm hypothetically asking if you were one of those people. And everybody, yes, no, yes, and you would have been like, no, I want to keep him.
What am I?
That would have been you would have been in that camp.
It's worth a discussion, certainly, on whether he's lost the team or whether he never was a fit in the first place. But if you're asking me to help my alma mater out of that problem, I'm saying I'm good.
Then
you figure it out.
Then you may not get access anymore. You may not get to come and do this and go and do that and sit here and sit there.
My next question to you was, what am I getting out of helping you out?
I'm sure there's some pretty nice things these people.
And I'm sure they're negotiating for it.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Maybe they already have it. Maybe they need another luxury suite. Maybe I need two now.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
Maybe I want to call some plays.
No. Didn't we have that league?
Paying enough money, I should go out there and launch a 3 if I want.
Wasn't Johnny Manziel and some other guys in a league to where you could either tweet in or pay?
Fan-controlled league.
That was great.
That's not a thing anymore, is it? I don't think it is. I haven't heard anything.
No idea. If it is, I'm not watching it.
I think they call it PlayStation or whatever they got going on.
I used to get active on my PlayStation 2.
Of course you did.
I used to love
my
PlayStation 2, man. Just be in the basement, have my snacks after school or practice. I'm down there until bedtime.
Exactly. All right. So they're calling you, and you got that money.
Yeah.
You're going to say, fine, I'll stroke a check to get the guy out of here?
Yeah, I just meant in general.
Oh, no, I think giving back to a university that helped launch you or helped create your... Absolutely.
Yeah, I could not be more out on that. I want to make myself very clear. The only money Ohio State's ever getting out of me again, which I'm still paying for, I'm just paying the government instead of them, is if my kids go there.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no way I'm participating in that endowment.
Even if you were a millionaire 50 times over, 100 times over.
Go ahead and call Les. He'll take care of it.
There you go. So he's in... The bank is closed. The bank of TLC is closed.
I would like to think that I'd help him out in certain spots.
What do they need your help with?
For sure. Fair question. That's the research I would have to do. I mean, honestly, I would have to ask, what's going on here? Yeah,
refund.
That is a good question. You asked TLC, but I would have to do a little digging to see where my money was going, for sure.
I would make sure that every single dorm at OSU has air conditioning.
I like that.
That may be the one.
That'd be a nice paying forward.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be bad.
That's legit. I
when
like
it
that.
breaks, though, they wouldn't call them to fix it.
They have so much BS construction going on over there just for the sake of construction.
My dad had season tickets to Northwestern football and basketball all throughout us being kids, and my brother started having family, couldn't go to all the games, and my dad would we're going to the game? I'm like, okay. And he'd be dragging to the games, and then eventually we would say, Dad, let's do it this way. Let's look at the schedule and just pick out 2 or 3 games we really want to go to and sink the money into that. And that's why a lot of these professional teams have gone to those smaller ticket packages. But the hardest part about it is giving up the seats you've had for decades. There's some emotional attachment to these were our seats. These are ours. We've sat we have been in these seats.
Yeah, farted a lot in those seats.
Absolute forever. And they're ours.
Yeah.
And giving them up is the hardest thing to do. Honestly, I think that's it.
All right. Are you in or out on the Blue Jays winning the World Series? It's 2-2. This may not just be some, the Dodgers are going to win it every year type of situation like we thought it was going to be.
This is actually kind of what I'm rooting for right now. I want them to win. I want them to win. Drake needs a win as well against California. He got bodied by Kendrick Lamar, so that would be a big boost for him. But I like the Blue Jays team. Really good dub for them last night, especially after the 18-inning affair that also included them losing their second or third best player in George Springer. So they had to deal with that emotion as well, and they handled it well. I think they're going to win it, AR. I do. I think they're going to win the World Series now.
Value is still there, and if they could take the next game, then...
Well, I don't like their chances tonight because it's Blake Snell night. But the series is going back to Toronto, and that place is going to be a great scene. So they'll have that behind them.
So you're picking Canada. Oh, Canada.
Yeah, I'm rocking with Canada.
I'm a value guy, and I see it.
And you love underdogs. I thought you love a nice little underdog.
No, he
story.
asked me who I thought was going to win, not who I was rooting for.
I think, and I want Toronto to win this series. I think they're going to win it, and I want them to win it.
There's some good stories on the Dodgers, too. I know that they're the ready-made champs with Shohei and the boys, but watching Kershaw get that out, watching Will Klein come in and do what he did, 70-plus pitches. I mean, there's some good stories there.
Kershaw got one out.
It was big, though, for him. His career.
He shouldn't even be on the roster right now.
But
it's a waste.
No, I'm just saying that moment was good.
Yeah. But
they don't have much.
It was a weird one, though.
Because
it was like a huge spot in the game.
But he's getting nothing.
And then they take him out immediately. And it's like, wait, are you like afraid to pitch him?
Kind of a
if so,
ceremonial
why did you
out?
pitch him in the biggest out? There was a runner on third.
Yeah, crazy. Absolutely crazy.
So I don't even, I can't even keep that one straight.
Yeah. Not as good as he used to be.
And credit to Vladimir Guerrero
I'm as good
Jr.
once as I ever was.
That was it.
There
we
we
need
go.
one out of you.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. got the bag this all season. 500 milli, something like that.
What
And
are
he
the odds right now?
He's coming through and having an amazing postseason.
Toronto's plus 150, Dodgers minus 180.
Yeah, I'm on that. I want the plus.
Yeah, I think for a value standpoint, at this point, you would say this team just does not go away.
And
they don't.
You may be able to get better value tomorrow because I think they're going to lose tonight.
Win game 6 and 7 at home.
Yeah.
And real quick, let's play a little bad question or bad answer.
When you go to bed tonight, put your head on the pillow tonight, what will you think about Shohei? Will you think about Freddie? What jumps out at you?
I'm probably not going to think about another man while I'm in bed.
Fair enough.
That is Mookie Betts after the 18-inning thriller being asked what he's going to be thinking about when he puts his head on the pillow, and he said, I'm not going to be thinking about another man.
Funny stuff from Mookie right there.
Thought the question was decent.
But why was he asking about his own teammates?
Yeah.
Because
of how great
it was the 18-inning game.
Yeah. Okay. Freddie's walk-off.
You're kind of wired
on 9 times.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay.
What's the foremost of your thoughts on that
I got you.
epic win?
Mookie should have said, I'm going to be thinking about the 1 for 8 I just put up and how to improve.
Yeah. A lot of X factors in that series. We come back in 2 minutes, and where are we going now with this? Oh, yes.
Updated wins and losses.
That's right. Our win totals and where they stand now in the NFL. These are good. Some of them will surprise you. That either they're the same as they were before the season and they don't feel like it. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this. Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose, so you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money lines, spreads, totals, or player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet just $5. It's the only betting app I use. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. In-app only.
Treat yourself to a new ride from Coughlin Ford. Lease a new 25 Ford Mustang, Escape, or Bronco Sport. $399 a month with 0 down. New 25 Bronco, Explorer, F-150, or Lightning. Only $499 a month with 0 down. Visit our newest location in Marysville or CoughlinFord.com. Coughlin has the car for you.
48-month lease, all factory rebates to dealer. 7,500 miles per year, 25 cents per mile over. Excludes $387 dock fee. $395 disposition fee at lease end. No security deposit. See dealer for details. Ends 10/31/25.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and I'm a big believer in saying thank you when something actually works. So thank you, Awaken 180.
And they're actually saying thank you back right here in Ohio with $500 off every new program through Thanksgiving. I started around this time last year, dropped 65 pounds for the holidays and 15 more in free maintenance. Awaken 180 works, and now's the time to do it with $500 off. Thank your new self when you're 30 or 80 pounds lighter with the medication-free solution for weight loss. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Get your furnace fixed fast. Call Care Heating and Cooling. 1-800-COOLING.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Matty promises he'll continue to do the show even if he wins the lottery. If only we believed him. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
All right, back at it. We'll have Carp up here in about 15 minutes or so.
Fellas, I want to talk to you if you're at a point in your life to where things aren't working the way that they used to, or you can't get after activities the same way you used to either. That can change if you go see the wonderful folks at the Columbus Men's Clinic, because they're going to make a plan around you that's going to get you headed in the right direction with no guesswork, no gimmicks, just real science and effective treatments. Take it from me. I went over there, got my blood work checked out, and that was a massive confidence boost leaving out of there with the answers that I needed. And I want you to have that same type of confidence as well. Everything over there is affordable. It's accessible. You'll get a consultation including blood work. That is just $99 with results before you leave. So please, fellas, act now. Take care of yourself. You only get one life. If you procrastinate, it's one of the worst things you can do when it comes to your health. So call them at 614-300-7400, or you can visit them online at columbusmensclinic.com. Again, their phone number is 614-300-7400, or find them online at columbusmensclinic.com.
Best story in the NFL right now, Colts, right?
Best story in the NFL right now.
Gotta be.
I would.
They keep putting up points.
Probably either them or New England doing what they've done for me.
I think,
and how this is kind of coming out of nowhere, I think, for some people. Because both these teams, I think, weren't teams that people were looking at as teams that were going to be in the postseason this year, let alone leading their division after 6 or 7 weeks. So I'll throw the Pats in there, too. They're 6-2.
I feel like the most unlikely one is the Colts, based on, I think we believe that Drake May had a future. And I think that Daniel Jones, who the Vikes let walk, and with their quarterback whisperer coach.
And Sam Darnold.
Darnold, you know what? Darnold's a different story. Darnold, we saw what he was in the playoffs. And I'm not just dismissing what he did.
Body work was good up to that point.
Body work was great, and then we failed against the Rams.
Perception-wise, without the context that you're talking about, is the Vikings had both Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones in their building last year.
I'm trying to think. You're not wrong. Those teams were fairly close together. They were both bottom-tier teams. But I think that Chris Ballard, the GM, I just think they were under so much pressure because he's in his 9th or 10th year running that thing.
He's been there for a minute.
And they've had 2 playoff appearances. They've one playoff victory in his time, and they've never won the AFC South while he's been there, I don't believe.
No, that would surprise me if they pulled it off. And he was a hot candidate when he was the OC in Philadelphia, when the Eagles were cooking
and I'm
for
not,
a while.
And I'm not,
so,
yeah.
No, I was just going to say that it's because I think sometimes we put so much pressure or so much of the blame on one singular party. And I think this specific instance is showing me that, man, he's a good coach. He just didn't have what he needed to have under center. And you can be a good to great coach.
Who are you talking about?
Shane Steichen.
Steichen, okay.
So you can be a good to great coach. And if you have the plays drawn up the way that they need to be drawn up and all those things, and you check your boxes as a coach, but the guy out there playing quarterback can't do it, then you're going to be looked at as, hey, man, I don't know how good of a coach he is. Now perception of Shane Steichen has changed because people are seeing that if you gave him anything as far as competent play at quarterback, he's going to have a good unit to roll out there, and that's what the Colts got right now.
It's weird because this, and I want to take the Colts off the hook a little bit because that sudden retirement from Andrew Luck, was that you want to talk about something that came out of the blue.
My goodness.
Now, has he botched a couple of quarterback moves after that? Yeah, it feels like it.
That was like 7 years ago. We're still talking about that?
It was a crazy
I'm saying that at that time, he's been there 9 years.
Ballard
and
has.
And this guy retires. This is the future. He retires, and I'm just telling you how I thought of them before the season. I thought of them worse than the Patriots. Just not a ton. And that's why I just brought up, are they the best story in sports? There are a couple others. I mean, for the Giants, at one point, when they beat the Eagles, we're like, okay, wait a minute. Got this flashy new rookie quarterback and rookie running back and all that. But I do think that they're most likely the best story. And if they pull off, but the problem they're going to be fighting is that they are they going to be the Vikes of last year, where they win a ton of regular season games, they flame out in the playoffs early on because now the pressure's really on. And we'll see. Now, if they get all the way to the top of the mountain where they get a bye and then they're at home, and then they got a chance to do something amazing with Daniel Jones. It would be, to me, it would be crazy to think about.
I think,
and I like him.
And there's a lot to like for sure. And it's not just like Jonathan Taylor is an MVP worthy guy right now with what he is doing. And so I think when we get to playoff time and the Colts are in the mix or right there, I don't think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be picking the Colts to win playoff games. Because what you're going to have to do is your mind's going to have to go to, am I going to pick Daniel Jones over Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, Herbert? And I don't think there's going to be a lot of people doing it. I still don't believe that this is anything legitimate as far as them being a true contender this year. And it's because of the history that I've seen with Daniel Jones. I'm not ready to throw that away.
So they're the Hoosiers of the NFL.
Are they in the same state? That's I believe more in what Indiana is right now
than what the Colts are.
Than what the Colts are.
So think about Indiana right now. Notre Dame played for the title last year, lost to Ohio State. Pacers played for it all.
Game 7.
Right, played for it all.
And Halliburton, if he doesn't, the start of that game for Halliburton, he was cooking.
Hoosiers number 2 in the country, and the Colts are the best team technically in football.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Pretty unreal.
Now, the reason I bring up the Colts is because of their before week 1 over-under on wins. Okay? You want me to read these, TLC?
Sure, if you want.
What do you guys think their over-under was on wins before the season?
5.5?
I'm looking at it, so I'm not
Okay, it was 7.5.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So they thought...
Not horrible.
Yeah, they thought they were pretty good.
Now let me look at the Patriots.
They were 9.5, right?
Well, on this it says 8.5.
Okay. So they were both kind of in that same ballpark about what Vegas thought they would be this year.
Now, let's go to what they are now.
Wow. The Colts, let me try
and in the window, what I'm saying is where you started and where you are now.
Right, I got you.
I have to believe that the Colts are, and I would go from good to bad as well. Is there a team out there that was thought of being really good that has failed?
Like the Ravens.
Like the Ravens.
I'd love to know where their over-under is right now.
Your window of where you started and where you went is still smaller than the Colts.
Really?
Yeah. You were at 11.5, and now you're at 8.5.
Okay.
So 3, and the Colts were 7.5, and they're now 12.5.
Crazy.
That's
Absolutely
amazing.
Crazy.
5.
And you know what? We have seen over the last few years, guys that look like they were done being starters at quarterback in this league reemerge as really good players. Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield. I would say Geno Smith, but that looks awful.
I was waiting for that. You better not say Geno Smith.
That looks awful right now. But Daniel Jones, too, man. Like these guys, nobody wanted.
He's got a Jonathan Taylor.
Which is huge.
And there's a lot. Sometimes you learn, you evolve, you mature, you get in a better situation. The team's better, the coach is better, whatever it is.
The defense is really good, too.
Defense is good.
So they're not asking a lot from Daniel Jones. I think you have some of these guys that can be just superheroes and not have to have things around them that are really perfect for the team to succeed at a pretty high level. But there's other guys, too, like to me, Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones, to where if things around them are really rock solid as far as structure, then this is what you can get. Like, I think if you start stripping away Jonathan Taylor and all that stuff, like, I don't know if it looks this good. I really don't with Daniel Jones.
Got an MVP running back now.
I don't think Daniel Jones is an aircraft carrier, but that's okay because he doesn't need to be with this current structure they got over there in Indy.
You know what's interesting is that I thought you guys were going to say, well, how far have the Bengals dropped? Because they had Burrow, obviously, before the year started. Yeah. So their over-under before the year started was 9.5, and now it's only 7.5. So they've only dropped 2. The Browns, ironically, are the same. 5.5 to 5.5.
Okay. That feels appropriate.
But everything else, Bills are the same. 11.5 to 11.5. That's the drastic one. Or the Indianapolis Colts.
Where are TLC Steelers at right now? For their over-under and wins?
Stayed the same. 8.5.
8.5 to 8.5.
Preseason.
Okay.
8.5 after week 4. 8.5 now.
That's the Mike Tomlin special right there. Never great, but always better than average.
Great.
That's who they are.
Oh, man. TLC's so ready to move on. He's ready.
I'm bored.
Yeah.
Look, man, I don't think that Mike Tomlin's terrible or anything, but this is just so boring. And
you just don't want to keep polishing off those Lombardis.
Hey, that's a phrase.
Of course it's a phrase. I told you it's a phrase on Friday.
I know.
My dad used to say it all the time. Boy, you really polished off that sandwich.
And
I don't know why that would... Dane took that to
Dane
a
made
weird
me feel
level.
about that.
And my dad would say, boy, you really inhaled that.
I was polishing off a sub.
Absolutely.
When
I heard you say that...
I had a few more bites of a sub.
Yeah, just polish it off. Yeah.
That's a phrase.
It is a phrase. I'm
kind of with Dane on it. I'm kind of out on that.
Too old school?
No, it's not. But just polishing off food. It just my mind doesn't connect.
My dad,
those two things. Let
me just polish off the last bite of this sub before we move on to the next segment.
My dad would always hit me with, "Son, slow down. The food isn't going anywhere." Because I'm still a very fast eater, and he was the type that he would mix everything on his plate.
Did he ever drop the inhale? You inhaled
he
it?
did not. He did not. But my dad used to just applesauce, peas, all that stuff he would put it all on one mouthful every time. And I'm like, you're built different, big dog.
That's right.
Built different.
Some people, eating's a chore, and you got to get done so you can move on to something else.
That's true.
We're going to move on to Carp next in the bulletin. And you know what? I'm going to ask him that roamer question.
Oh.
About whether Tress was a roamer.
Oh, up the sideline.
Yeah.
Like Signetti was. Because he's all over the place.
Guy's practically in the stands. We'll do it next. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
If you miss a live show, you can catch the podcast. If you miss the podcast, our hosts have volunteered to have dinner with you.
Ma, the meatloaf!
The Fan.
He opens his toolbox before he opens his wallet and believes you can fix anything with 20 minutes and some pride. He's Mr. DIY. And when he needs metal, he goes to metal supermarkets. Artists, hobbyists, machine shops, maintenance professionals, and welders all count on Metal Supermarkets for over 8,000 metal products, shapes, and grades. If it's metal, they've got it or can get it for you. Cut to any size and ready fast. Visit the family-owned franchise on North Wilson Road or Columbus at metalsupermarkets.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone here for Window Nation. Columbus, October is here, and with good weather comes more home improvement projects. Do you have old, stuck, or cracked windows that you've been putting off replacing? Well, Window Nation Columbus can help. This month, when you buy 2 windows, you'll get 2 more for free. There's no limit to how many windows you replace, and your total price includes 1-day installation. With Window Nation, you also won't have to make any payments for 2 years, which is a big deal with the holiday season coming up. And did I mention you could celebrate your newly upgraded home with 2 free tickets to an upcoming Ohio State football game? What other company in Columbus would thank you for replacing all your windows in your home with a fun experience like that? Put an end to your window problems before this beautiful fall weather ends. Now through October 31st, buy 2 windows, get 2 for free now, plus pay nothing for 2 years with Window Nation, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Visit windownation.com today to start your free estimate. That's windownation.com.
Hey, it's Anthony. Wouldn't you want to drive into the new season with a brand new Honda from Germain Honda of Dublin? You can lease the 25 Honda Accord LX for just $199 a month or finance at 3.99% APR. Or the 26 Honda CRV LX all-wheel drive, leasing from only $319 a month or finance from 4.99% APR. These fall deals are fantastic. Visit Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road, just south of 270, or you can shop online anytime time at GermainHondaofDublin.com.
2 years ago, Bobby Carpenter completed treatments for knee pain at QC Kinetics. So we're checking in with the former college and pro football player to see how he's doing.
I've been asked a lot, like, how long does this last? How long does it work? I go, I've had mine for a couple of years, and everything feels very good. It feels just as good as it did when I started to turn the corner.
Bobby's an active husband, dad, and business owner. That's why 2 years ago, he heard about QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative treatments, and he knew he could trust them for his chronic knee pain.
And thankfully, with QC Kinetics, I was able to go through this, and my activities are the same as it was. I'm able to coach my kids in sports. I can play golf. I can go run.
QC Kinetics patients like Bobby don't miss a beat. No surgery or rehab, just freedom from debilitating joint pain. Ready for lasting relief from joint pain? Call QC Kinetics today for your complimentary consultation and see if you're a good candidate.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-656-1551. That's 800-656-1551.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy place every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
The Fan has a new tailgate destination. Join us before every home game at the O Patio and Pub on Lane.
Sponsored by your Central Ohio Ford dealers, Jameson Whiskey and Coors Light.
See you Saturday, friends. It's almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Tansky's Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, The Fan. Rothman and Ice present Buckeye Bulletin.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another furnace breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day furnace installation.
All right, it's Buckeye Bulletin time, and I've uttered this phrase many times on the show when we were together, but see some old friends, good for the soul. And the three of us back together again is a pretty good one. And so I know you'd appreciate the Bob Seger reference. But the one and only Bobby Carpenter in studio with us, my man. It's great to see you. I know it's been an incredibly emotional week, and our team here, for your teammate, Nick Mangold, someone that I've had incredible pleasure of just from a media level covering and knowing, and then having him on the show or him wandering up to the tailgate show many years ago for us. He was a one-of-a-kind individual, and we are so deeply saddened for you. I do want to ask you this. Did you know him in high school? Were you aware? I know you guys came in at the same time.
General awareness?
Yes, general awareness of who this guy was that was lettering and wrestling and track and field and shot put and playing both ways in high school football. Like, did you know him before you met him here?
What's amazing is, and this is a great Nick story, is I don't know how he played in the
All-American?
Army All-American game. And so we're having the North-South game that we were going to play in here. And I forget what happened. Somehow Nick wasn't in it. And I was like, it seems kind of odd. He's going to Ohio State. He played in the U.S. Army All-American game. Like, anybody that's going to Ohio State, unless they don't want to play, would play in the North-South game. And we, were running low on, D-line. We didn't have enough D-linemen. And I don't know if someone got hurt during practice. And AJ's like, well, dude, Mangold, I know Nick from growing up. I mean, he's going to Ohio State, and he can come in. He played D-line in high school. It was pretty good. Right. And so Nick was on vacation, and he said he'll be here on Thursday. And then well, he's not going to come. He's like, no, he said he's good. So I always laugh. Nick was like, you were the fools that came here and practiced all week because I'm just showing up for the game.
It's like that scene out of Fast Times. Man, he goes to school here? I thought they just flew him in for the games.
It was like he just came walking in on a Thursday afternoon, did the walkthrough Friday, and played the next day. It was awesome. And That was just kind of him, man. He was a guy that, if you met Nick, one of my friends who, worked at Ohio State with us and now works in the NFL. And actually just came back to a college job. But he said, Nick was like the superstar that when you met him was the same guy you always thought he was. Yeah. So like anybody interacting with him on the media or doing anything else, that's just who that was him. There was no false pretense of what he was or like some sort of cloak that he was shielding things. I mean, he was the big guy. Like he enjoyed being like the Vince Vaughn type of guy, the big guy. Like bring it on in. He was a hugger, dude, and he was like, bring it on in. I mean, and it wouldn't have surprised me. He probably hugged you at some point in time, like, bring it on in for the real thing. And it was so great. And I know that my son, my youngest son, loves Chris Farley and like Adam Sandler and like that era of SNL guys. And so he watches all the old movies, and I'd never seen Grown Ups. And so Thursday night last week, my wife was out of town. She's like, Dad, we're watching a movie together. I'm thinking it's a Halloween movie. That's right. He's like, no, we're going to watch Grown Ups. I'm like, all right, man. Like, okay. I heard it wasn't great. He's like, no, Dad, it's awesome. You'll love it. And he goes, it's Happy Gilmore. He calls them all by their character names. And he goes, these guys are all in movies together. I go, well, they're all really good buddies. I go, they worked on SNL, a lot of them, and they've just always, Sandler's successful enough now that he can just bankroll them to have a vacation, and we'll do a movie while we're here.
Well, Buscemi always said, how come I'm not in the movies you do in Hawaii? Yeah. Like, why is it like Jersey?
They're not the great spots. And then we had talked about this, because you're the SNL king, of the Adam Sandler memorial tribute song to Chris Farley. Yeah. And then I showed that to my kids, because I was like, they were buddies. Like, they worked together. And it was amazing watching that, and like it's always emotional just seeing how close those guys were, and talking about their experiences together. Because SNL for most of those guys is probably kind of like college. You're all young, you have some money, you're kind of famous, but not like movie star, hundreds of millions of dollars there, and how they're just all good buds trying to make it. And then the passing then of Nick, and the line in the song where a few months later. Our last big hang was Timmy Meadows' wedding party. Laughed all night because of Farley. A few months later, the party came to the end. We flew back to Madison to bury our friend. And son of a gun, Nick lives in Madison, New Jersey. And, that's where we'll be flying in on Tuesday to get a chance to see. And that always kind of, seeing that made me think of how all those guys were, of kind of our teammates together, and talking to C. Grant, who was at practice yesterday, because I was always jealous of your guys' class because you guys all got along so well. You seemed so close, and Maurice was over at practice, and I was like, why? And we got a lot of Ohio guys. We all kind of thought the same way. We all wanted to be good, but like to have fun together. And we just had a lot of good dudes, and it was just very fortunate to be a part of it and to be a part of his life, because he was the big guy, man.
Yeah. I've never had the chance to meet him, unfortunately. But, I went back, Bob, and watched some of his old commercials that he did.
They're the best.
Like the Pepsi commercials. And he did something with Bud Light. And he was one of those guys that can make you feel like he was a friend.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't know him, just based off of how great his personality was.
He walks around the Jets tailgates. Like, he would walk around, hop on in, and they would video, I don't know what they were selling, like his barbecue sauce and different things. Yeah. And he's just hanging out with dudes and, doing what they do, and people that was him though. He was great story. I told this with Schlegs the other day. We go out to Vegas in college. AJ's birthday is January 6th, the known insurrectionist, and then Nick's birthday is the 13th. It's a week later. You like that?
I caught it.
Yeah. So Nick's is the 13th. So we all go to Vegas our junior year once we're all 21. Didn't have any money, and the first night Nick and I are going out, and LaCharles Bentley just happens to be walking by.
Wow.
And he pulls us out of line. It was like, Buckeyes, come on. And don't be showing me your Buck ID at the front. That ain't getting you in here. So he takes us upstairs, buys us drinks, because I'm used to paying $2 for a beer. They're $15 in Vegas. I'm like, I'm not even going to be able to get a buzz, dude. It's too expensive. And then the next night, we go to this big club. We wait in line, get in there, and I go to the bathroom. I come back, and Nick is gone. We're inside, whatever. I'm walking around. I'm like, where the heck is this guy? I mean, he's not. I mean, there's a lot of people, but Nick's
can't miss him.
Pretty tough to miss.
Right, yeah.
And he's like, hey, Bob, over. He looks over, and he's like, how the heck did you get on the other side of the rope? Like, and there's like the suites there, like the cabana deals. And he's over there. He's like, the guy looks over. I'm like, can I walk through? And Nick's like, yeah, come on back. And go back there. And I was like, who are you with? He's like, oh, this is such and such. They play for the Diamondbacks. I was like, how did you get back here? And like, we're sitting here now, and he's like, yeah, dude, they said take the drinks. It's all good. We're hanging out. And I'm like, only you, Nick, are talking just randomly. He's like, yeah, he was up here, walked by. I said, you're a big guy, you play sports. They're talking to him. Why don't you come? Next thing you know, he's over there on the other side of the rope. And I'm like, it was great. Because I'm like, I was running low. That night, I may or may not have eaten. I will say this, there wasn't any bites off of it, but there was a hamburger that was left over from someone's room service, and I was pretty hungry, and I didn't have any money, and so that was the late night snack. People were like, you ate that? Like, someone could have touched it. I go, it didn't matter. I was so hungry. I go, at least it was untouched. It looked pretty good. And I'm hoping that they just left it outside, and the guy never came to the door. That's what I'm sticking with.
Never touched by human hands. You know what? It reminded you talk about grown-ups. A little bit of that is a little Belushi and a little bit of Farley where, have a beer, don't cost nothing.
Exactly.
Like, and then the other part was, like, in the lyrics of the song you talked about, it was that he was a one-man party.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was Nick.
Oh, yeah.
But he was so down to earth. He never really was putting on a show. He just was himself. And our condolences to his family and everybody that were close to him, because it's so sad. Did you know that because he was diagnosed like 20 years ago.
So he had like a genetic condition that they knew that this was going to be.
Could happen.
Yes. Yeah. It was just kind of a matter of time. No one knew that. Not to my knowledge. And then he got on dialysis this summer, and then he made the announcement, but it wasn't like it was urgent. There's some complications that took a rapid turn. I talked to him on Wednesday last week, and I was under no impression that this was a dire situation. At this point. And you know what? He was loved by everybody. Yeah. Loved so much. I mean, he had Mark Sanchez out in Indianapolis trying to harvest a kidney out of a human form. That's right. That's how much Mark loved Nick. That was still alive.
My goodness. You know what? Charles Bentley, he had to follow a Remington Award winner. He goes to the Jets. Kevin Mawai, Hall of Famer we've had on the show for Gold Jacket Thursday, follows him. And I remember Bowman saying a long time ago, that somehow he was equipped to know how to play center a lot before, because Stepanovich got injured and he had to take over.
He started in the national championship
And then Alex
game.
came back and they moved him to guard because Nick was the new center. Yeah, he was a stud, man. What a good dude. Yeah. We'll never forget him. All right, we'll come back top of the hour. Bob, stick around. Yeah. All right, we'll get into a little bit of the NFL and Penn State. It can't be a trap house, but it can be a trap game. We'll talk about it next. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
Catch the latest from the world of Ohio State athletics. Weeknights at 6 on the Buckeye Show. New special guests in everything scarlet and gray. The Fan.
If you love losing big money, then boy, do we have the promo code for you. Enter code BIGBEAUTIFULBILL to unlock these awesome offers. You can buy a car for even more money than before, or watch your heat and electric bills skyrocket. It's exclusive for everyone, thanks to Trump's Big Beautiful Bill, which our Senator John Houston supported. So use promo code BIGBEAUTIFULBILL. Sit back and crack open a cold one, but just one, because that's all you can afford. Paid for by NRDC Action Fund.
College football is more chaotic than ever. New rivals, new rules, and a brand new season of Fansville. Are you fan enough to handle the drama? Then grab an ice-cold Dr. Pepper from your local Kroger and buckle up for the season. College football. It's a Pepper thing. College football fans, listen up. You can catch Carnell Tate and Dr. Pepper on November 17th. We'll be at the new Kroger at 7525 Gardwell Street in Powell from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Stop by to get your photo with Carnell Tate. See you there.
Hi, it's Anthony Schlegel. When it was time to replace my roof, friends highly recommended Newman Roofing. From the initial sales process, I was incredibly impressed by their commitment to outstanding customer service. Their 33 years of industry experience truly shine through, and it's clear why they have such an excellent reputation. I had the pleasure of meeting with the Newman family to discuss my roofing project. They presented me with several options and attentively addressed all my concerns and demonstrated a genuine care for their customers and the overall experience they provide. With family members in key roles within the company, they assure that every customer feels confident in their decision to choose Newman Roofing. I highly recommend giving Newman Roofing a call today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visiting newmanroofing.com.
Call the company you can trust, Newman Roofing, at 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit us online at newmanroofing.com. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof.
Imagine on an NFL Sunday being able to sit in a comfortable seat and watching 7 NFL games at once. Now imagine your favorite radio station giving away prizes including football tickets. On Sunday, November 7th at 1 p.m., join me, Scotty Vegas, and Dave Biddle from On the Money at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus for incredible food, giant screens, and lots of betting kiosks. That's Sunday at the best place to watch the games. 1 p.m., ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
What's better than cheering the Buckeyes on to victory? Wearing our exclusive collection of OSU jewelry as you watch. Hi, this is Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar. We're an officially licensed jeweler of The Ohio State University, and we've created beautiful Buckeye jewelry that will last a lifetime. From Blocko earrings to Diamond Script Ohio necklaces, we've got luxury Buckeye gifts starting at $99. No matter where you're watching, show your Buckeye love at the Diamond Cellar, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One of the biggest reasons people get new windows, Wilson, is that old windows make for an uncomfortable house with crazy high roller coaster energy bills.
Leslie, people love being uncomfortable on roller coasters. The ups, the downs, the gurgling in your stomach because you had 5 corn dogs before getting on.
Did that happen to you, Wilson?
What? No.
Get the windows that can completely change the look and feel of your home at PellaColumbus.com.
A friend is someone who knows where you came from. Someone who always shows up when you need them. Someone who's there for the good times and the challenging ones. With comprehensive insurance policies backed by award-winning customer service, Shelter Insurance is committed to being there when you need us most. To find your local agent, visit shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Give the gift everyone wants. Fun in your own game room. Billiards Plus has gifts for everyone. Pool tables, shuffleboard tables, card tables, grills, and more. With professional delivery and installation, you'll beat the last-minute scramble. Reserve yours now. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Getting cold feet? Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your furnace fast. Call 1-800-COOLING.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining built Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon. I'm Tyler Danberg. Ohio State junior forward Tevin Royal was named to the preseason watch list for the Julius Erving Small Forward of the Year. Royal scored 13.5 points a game last season. NHL tonight, Blue Jackets host the Toronto Maple Leafs at 7:30. In baseball, Blue Jays visit the Dodgers in Game 5 of the World Series at 8. Series tied at 2 after the Jays won 6-2 last night. NFL Bengals head coach Zach Taylor said QB Joe Flacco could miss Sunday's game versus the Bears with a sprained AC joint. Today, Lions defensive end Aiden Hutchinson is signing a 4-year, $180 million extension that includes $141 million in guaranteed. NBA, ESPN Shams Charania reported Trailblazers head coach and Heat guard Terry Rozier will not be paid while on leave due to federal charges related to gambling. Tonight, Cavs look to win 4 straight at the Celtics at 7. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Most shows just skim the surface, but Rothman and I feel like the biggest story of the day deserves a closer look. It's time for a deeper dive.
Sponsored by Low T Center. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
All right, final hour of the program. We'll do Hockey and Hounds at 2:30 with Damon Severson coming off that big win at Buffalo. They play tonight against Toronto here, so we'll have them on a game night. We got our man Bobby Carpenter in, and the Pens. Think about what this game was. Think about the people that probably bought tickets or paid big money, before. I don't know, maybe people that wanted to sell, they get their season tickets and hey, the Penn State game, that's the gem of the season.
It really is. I mean, Texas and Penn State, outside of that, there's a little bit of something to be desired, if you will.
But whoever sold, now you'll see Ohio State maybe give a beat down, but who knows? They've got, the interesting story is this Ethan Grunkmeyer, who's
local kid, right?
Yeah.
It's from Olentangy.
Olentangy. I mean, who would have thought? He didn't get offered here. And this would be the only shot to play against Ohio State because he's been playing for a while.
Yeah, this is the last time. When did Penn State, was it 93 or 94, Rothman?
94 was the bad one.
Well, but Penn State entered the Big Ten, I think.
93, it sounds. Yeah, I believe so.
So it is, they've played every year since then. So people talk like, well, this isn't really a rivalry. I go, if you're under the age of 40, it's a rivalry. They're always great games. Ohio State's gotten the best of them, but they've always been really good. And now this is the final year where they will be playing consistently. So after this, there's nothing on the schedule, I think, for a couple seasons.
I brought up the idea to Dane and DeVere that this could be a kind of trap game. Not in nowhere in my mind do I think Ohio State's going to lose the game. But Bob, my mind goes to the talent that they still have. And I know Aller's not there and Franklin's not there and all of that, but it's still like a roster that's what they are.
I just don't know how it could be unless you're talking about the interim bump, the nothing to lose, the swing for the fences.
Trying to get to
is that like Shane Gillis's
That's
a little
right.
bump?
Couple of beers
and a little bump to pick it up?
That's right.
I guess what I've been trying to get to is I could see how human complacency could set in now because of how Penn State is being perceived as a team. Like, Ohio State's not going to fall into that trap, I don't think. But this isn't like Purdue. Like, this is still Penn State and guys that are going to come in with a massive chip on their shoulder and try to spoil the heck out of what Ohio State has cooking. So I don't really know what I'm trying to say when I bring that up.
You're saying I still respect the brand to some. You respect the brand somehow. You still do. You think even though that they passed for 93 yards against who'd they play last? Grunkmeyer actually he was the one that was playing.
Is that Iowa?
Yeah, Iowa.
Yeah.
So they lose at Iowa, which is, I guess there's no real shame in that. He was 15 of 28 for 93 yards with 2 picks. Now, Katron Allen had 145 yards against that defense in Iowa. Mm-hmm. That, I think, is what you're trying to say, that they are real in certain areas still, but not complete.
Well, they have NFL players. Like the guys that were all rated really high.
Yeah, right. That's what you're trying to say. Right. Like that's where I'm at.
The one thing I will say with this is I do believe like the coaching element in this of Jim Knowles being there. I think that has everybody's attention. And so if you're a defensive guy here, and these guys all love Matt Patricia.
What, that he has the secrets?
Not the secret. I think if you're a defensive guy here, you want to play really well to show that the guy we have now, the new girlfriend's better than the old girlfriend. And there might be some of that going on with the offense too, where you don't leave Ohio State to take another coordinator job. Like that's not what you do. And so maybe that there might be some aggressiveness on offense where they try to push the ball maybe a little more than what we've seen.
I mean, he was a part of the title.
Yes. That was kind of rocky.
Yeah, the rumors that we heard about him wanting to be, quote, taken care of before you hit the checkered flag. Yes, but before several of the games,
not just
before
the playoff.
Yeah,
and
right.
I'm sitting there thinking, I mean, there's a world where if like Ohio State went out and got smoked by Tennessee at home, that like we're talking about giving our D coordinator an extension where the head coach might. I mean, that was real.
Yeah,
that was real.
Yeah.
Like so, I'm thinking, I need security. Well, I don't know if I'm Ryan. I don't know if I have security right now. Like, you want me to give you security?
Right.
We can talk to Ross. We'll figure this out. Oh, yeah, we'll give you a 4-year deal.
Forget me.
Yeah.
Got to take care of him first.
Take care of this guy first.
There's definitely something there. Like Coach Day at his presser yesterday saying, there hasn't been much communication. And then the quote that really stuck with me was we try not to take these things personally, but we're all human. And when he said that part, that was like, okay, that told me everything I needed to know.
All these years with Rothman, now you finally are just diagnosing everything.
Love it.
And like just breaking down the throwaway like 7 or 8 words at the end. But hey, we're all human.
I mean, but to me that means because he didn't have to go there. Yeah. Like that part of the quote, he didn't have to say it. But I think he was letting us know that, hey, you know what, I didn't love how that went down with Jim and how he left.
I didn't love how it went down.
Yeah.
It was a little rocky at the end. And I think when there's a respect for the coaches that you've coached together in different things, like how you play the game matters and like what it looks like out there on the field. And I think you saw some of that. Wisconsin was a good defense, but I don't think that there was an effort to try to go score 65 points in that game. There's a lot of mutual respect that goes back and forth. When just the way that it left, and I always joke, Rothman, then stay in Alpena.
That's right. So, man, I'll give you. So this is a quick one. I'll tell it as fast as I can. So I started out my media career was in the smallest market in the country, 211. This place, I needed an atlas. I didn't know where it was, and a buddy of mine was the news anchor, and I was the sports anchor, and he got a job, and he was being interviewed for a job in Rockford, Illinois, about an hour and a half west of Chicago. And he was trying to get another few $1,000 out of this guy. Like back then, it was like, $14,000 to $17,000. It was nothing. And he was leveraging this new GM, and he said, hey, they've offered me the news director job here in Alpena, Michigan. And this was a big market jump. This was from market 212 to market 134. And the GM looked him right in the face. He goes, well, then stay in Alpena and be the news director. And he said, and he knew he had him because the kids, they don't want it. It's not going to be a lifer in market 212. Yeah. So, anyway, that was the line. He said, all right, I understand. I'll take the job.
I'll take the job. And so not to my knowledge, has there ever been a time where a coordinator at Ohio State left to go on their own volition?
He said he had love for
and listen, he's a Pennsylvania guy. Like those things are all real and true, but there is something like we just won the national championship. Okay. And I know you're losing 8 guys off of that defense, but I think we've got pretty good guys here. And someone to me goes, anybody can be coordinator at Ohio State. Look at the great players you have. It's like, well, got pretty good players at Penn State too, but I watched Northwestern run inside zone down the field on them at the end of the game and slide it out on the 1 yard line and take a knee. And so I think that there is a little bit of that if there's a worry about like they've got great players, they can show up and play. You just can't roll your helmet out there. The other side of that is they've got a guy over there who he might think he has some inherent advantage knowing everybody here. Well, let's make sure that that isn't there.
Help me real quick understand how these buyouts are working as far as the cutting of these checks that are $50 million. Is that one party? Is that multiple people chipping in to make that happen?
So some of it is the buyout, how it's structured. Yeah. Some of it's like all at once, or half of it's due in a year, and then some of it's paid out like it's just your salary. You would keep getting paid a year, like every year, however it is. And where that money comes from, those are the big rumors. Like the Penn State thing, like someone said, was Adidas involved? Right. Are they going to be at Adidas school? I've heard Terry Pagula and the Buffalo Bills owner, and that's part of Brady coming back and being a head coach there. But it's different, I think, at every place. Okay. But it's definitely a situation where you have to make sure that you have the resources allocated. And like this is one of the things I've heard at Kentucky. Like they would love to, maybe move on from Mark Stoops, but the reality is like his buyout is an all lump sum at one time. It's like $30 million. Like it's not like you can pay that over years. You can't put that on. Often we used to put that on layaway.
That's right. Signetti's a roamer. He's like 30 yards down the field behind his defense. He leaves his team alone a lot. Yeah. He's on the headset. I get it.
Yeah.
Is that normal? Does Ryan? I've never really watched. Is he a roamer? I think
he's kind of in the middle of things, and he's always in the mix. And when he was calling plays, you really can't be a roamer because you're like have to be locked in on what you're doing. I don't think Tress really was either. I think those guys were there. Signetti moves a lot, but sometimes it's to get a vantage point. They like to watch stuff from behind because you can see it a little better because it's really hard to see things on the field.
Might be watching it on the jumbo for all I know.
But like some guys just want to be away and
let their coaches coach a little bit.
Yeah, let them coach. I don't need to be here, and I can see this. I can hear what's going on, and you don't want to get too many cooks in the kitchen. Like these guys are good. I'm going to let them do their job.
All right, my man. Our thoughts are with you.
Yep.
Our teammate here at the Fan and and your lost teammate. He'll never be forgotten, and you are in our thoughts.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. It's going to be a long weekend. They're doing last thing Ryan did say, they're doing a moment of silence both for Nick and Bob Maggs, who passed away. And I go, Nick really wasn't a moment of silence guy. I was telling Ross this. I go, is there any way? Because we're going to do it leading into the anthem, and then we'll sing. I go, because maybe, because he's kind of more of a loud guy. I go, so is it possible that we could maybe have them get loud for Nick? I go, I think that might be something. And it was from the end of the song with Sandler. He might be a guy where I think they're going to try after the anthem. Let's make some noise.
He'd love that. That's what you need to do, because he's so unique, and you could individualize it for that. I agree. I think that'd be awesome. Great suggestion, and hopefully it'll come off the way you guys want it. All right, my man. We'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir.
That is Bobby Carpenter. We come back with pre-snap read, and a former coach has a wild way for guys to keep their employment. You'll hear it next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Unlike your deadbeat uncle, we'll never leave you stranded in a ditch when you were 6. This promo may have been a touch too specific. The Fan.
People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and a multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info, or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I could not imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life. There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone here for Window Nation. We have had some good weather over this fall. It's been mostly warm, but sooner or later, it's going to get cold. Maybe you're already starting to feel it in your house because your old drafty windows are letting in that air. Could be the builder grade windows that just came with your house. You thought you were getting great windows. Turns out they weren't as good as you thought. That's where Window Nation can help. This month, you can buy 2 windows and you'll get 2 more for free. There is no limit to how many windows you replace. Plus, your total price includes 1-day installation. Window Nation also has a deal where you don't have to make any payments for 2 years. Is that going to help out with your holiday bills a little bit? I would think so. And above and beyond all that, Window Nation also is giving away tickets to an Ohio State football game when you upgrade your home with Window Nation windows. Free windows, 0 payments for 2 years, all with Window Nation. Go to windownation.com. The estimate is free, the windows are great, and you can get Ohio State tickets. What's not to love? Go to windownation.com today. Once again, that's windownation.com.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and I'm a big believer in saying thank you when something actually works. So thank you, Awaken 180. And they're actually saying thank you back right here in Ohio with $500 off every new program through Thanksgiving. I started around this time last year, dropped 65 pounds for the holidays and 15 more in free maintenance. Awaken 180 works, and now's the time to do it with $500 off. Thank your new self when you're 30 or 80 pounds lighter with the medication-free solution for weight loss. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. 2000.
With autumn's arrival, ISA-certified arborists recommend that fallen leaves be left alone or mulched to improve plant health. When leaves decay, they transform into organic matter absorbed by the soil to become moisture to trees through their roots, which helps trees weather drought conditions. Leaves are also a natural habitat for butterflies, chipmunks, earthworms, and others, which increases the population of beneficial insects for the next growing season. To learn more about the benefits of autumn leaves, contact an ISA-certified arborist near you by going to trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org.
Morning Juice, real football talk. Just two guys who aren't afraid to say what needs to be said. And that's how she wrote.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Now streaming mornings on YouTube and 10 TV Plus. Attack and dominate. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We will see some sun and clouds to start, with clouds increasing throughout the day. In the second half of the day, the rain develops this afternoon and evening. Could have heavy downpours at times and gusty winds with highs getting in the mid to upper 50s. For tonight, rain continues overnight with our lows in the mid 40s. And then for Thursday, another rainy day ahead. We will see daytime highs struggle to get into the low 50s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with the 10 weather impact forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman and Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Rothman and Ice present Pre-Snap Leads.
Sponsored by Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF. Or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
All right, Bet365 time.
Let's get into it. Because they got a great deal for new customers at Bet365 where all you got to do, folks, is bet $5 and you are going to get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money lines, totals, spreads, or player props. Also, keep an eye out, folks, for the Daily Boost and the Super Boost as well at Bet365. Another game out in La La Land tonight in the World Series. I like the juice on Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to get 2 hits in the game tonight. Plus 190. He's really locked in, 4 hits over his last 2 games. Got that big O contract. That came with a whole bunch of pressure, and he is absolutely delivering right now. So give me Vladdy Jr., 2 hits tonight, AR, plus 190.
I was going to say we could make this really fast and both of us could just take the Jays to win the series at plus 150 and call it a day.
I'm mad at it.
But I like the fact you're going individual game tonight. Chinnikov scored first last night. First goal of the game against Buffalo. He was 30-1 to do that. I do like going kind of to the bottom of the barrel as far as getting, man, would I dare take him again?
Why not?
Do it again at 33-1?
Keep going.
Boy, that'd be fun. Marchie hasn't scored in a little bit here, I believe.
So he's due.
So 12-1, I think, is nice because you're getting it past like Matthews and Nylander and Tavares. So, I might sprinkle a little bit on Marchie and then go back to the well with Igor.
I like it. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER-21. Plus only, must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. In app only.
And may the odds be ever in your favor.
And I love Denton at 65-1. He's always getting crazy odds. And since we're going to have Sivo on at the bottom of the hour, why don't you just roulette board this thing, throw a little on him at 40-1 for first goal. All right, so Bruce Arians had a funny take. I don't know if he was trying to be funny. Funny how? He was a clown? Is he here to amuse me? This is a guy that's been around.
Don't know the movie.
You don't? You don't know that one?
No.
Oh, I thought that was like
the combination of surprise and disappointment in your voice.
Yeah, he gets some ones that I can't believe. And then
let's be honest, I only got one. I only got the Night at the Museum 2.
You did get that one.
That was the
You've
only
gotten
one.
a couple others. This is the oldest coach to ever win a Super Bowl, Bruce Arians. Or maybe I'm wrong about that.
No, I think
that sounds right.
66 at the time.
It has to
68,
be one
I
of
think.
the two.
I think he was 68.
It's got to be one of the two.
I may be wrong on that. I threw that out a little too fast.
I feel like you're right, though.
That sounded right when you said it.
I think it is, Bruce.
Said it with such conviction.
I think you're right.
We win a question.
How old was Andy Reid?
Ooh.
How old is Andy Reid?
Andy Reid, if I had to guess right now, is 65.
All right, so then he wouldn't be the guy.
I don't know. That was a guess. How old is Andy Reid? Let me look this up for you. Andy Reid is 67.
All right, so he's
6'7".
He has a chance to break.
It was right there.
You are Gen Z trash,
it was right
just
there.
like the rest of us.
It was right there.
He has a chance. By the way, real quickly.
Actually, no, that's a more like Generation Alpha. That's beneath me.
Have you guys been seeing the Little O's The Mentalist book tour?
He was on 60 Minutes.
I have not seen
this.
this.
On 60 Minutes. It was great. It was great.
I haven't seen it.
And he was on CBS this morning or whatever he did, and he is doing his thing.
Okay.
He's guessing.
So he's got people in on the
guessing
bit. Hey.
What Christmas present, your favorite Christmas present as a kid. He's writing down stuff on his little grease board.
When I ask you this question,
he's incredible.
This is what you do.
He's incredible.
Then the light comes on.
Everyone is not in on it.
It's a great scheme that he's come up with to make all this money. It really is. That he's finessing everybody into doing this.
I'll tell you what I don't believe. I don't believe when he says, I don't read minds, I read people. I believe half of that because everyone has a tell. But a tell isn't specific.
Okay.
A tell is if I know I've got a good hand in poker, but you don't know what it is, technically.
Yeah. Listen, all I need to see is him to just do it in a random setting. That's all.
Anyway, he's doing this book tour, and, you know.
How much is he charging for a book? $500? Knowing him?
God, you guys are so... This guy is just... He made it.
You're a former magician.
Yeah, but
this is one of your guys right here.
He's not doing magic, I don't think.
It's a form of magic.
I think it's a form of magic, but I think he's got some great perception, and I think somehow it...
Just not buying it.
All right, anyway, he's on his little book tour, and he's been doing a lot of this stuff.
You going to buy the book?
Yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I will.
You know what? It's not a bad idea.
What's it? I think it's read... Well, he's trying to... The book, I guess, is designed to get you to read people better. It's not like he's showing you how to have the powers that he has.
Because he doesn't have any powers.
He can't do that, you know? Now, who's your favorite singer?
My favorite singer?
Or someone you admire who sings well.
My favorite female singer is Ella May.
Okay, so it's not like she can teach you to sing like her. Like, he can't teach you to read minds, but he might be able to, but she might be able to give you a little advice on...
Does he have kids? Do you know that?
I think he does.
Does this get handed down, like a DNA type of thing? I'm fascinated to know that.
Yeah, read your mind. Proven habits for success from the world's greatest mentalists. He is. He is, because if this was a total farce,
which it is,
he would already be uncovered.
I don't think so.
There's too many randos that are involved in it.
I think people are signing NDAs.
What, is he paying them?
I think people are signing NDAs. That's what I think is happening.
But what's in it for them?
To not get sued.
No. What's in it if he wanted them to be in on the trick?
Yeah.
What, just to be in on
part of it, I guess. I don't know. He's here. Like, hey, you know, I saw him with Georgia. Kirby Smart. Hey, coach invited O's, the mentalist, and now we got to be a part of this. You know?
Actually, yeah. You know what? Maybe we could get a $150,000 discount because now he's going on tour doing the promotional stuff. Because you saw he emailed me.
I know.
O's emailed me.
And I don't blame him for getting what he's getting.
Him.
I'm never going to knock anybody for getting the check. If people are willing to pay for it, you do what you do. I just won't be one of those people that contributes to this crap.
I don't know.
I was going to say something else.
I think that's harsh.
I got the button right here.
Would you agree that the most powerful weapon is your mind?
I think the most powerful weapon in the world is money.
What's the second one?
But you need to be fairly smart.
Well, there's some rich people out here that I don't think are very smart.
Anyway, he's mastered the power of the mind, I believe.
Okay.
Somehow.
Good. Anyway. Hey, listen, you let me know how that book is.
I don't know where I got in this, but Bruce Arians now has mastered the ability to handicap the AFC North. So this is what he thinks how it should all shake out.
3, 2, 1.
There's a lot of chatter out there that every head coach in the AFC North is on the hot seat. Is that BS or no BS, BA?
I think that's no BS. This was supposed to be the best division in football. They got one team with a winning record of 4-3. All right, that's not good. And they got to play each other. 9-8 might win the division. Whoever wins the division gets to come back next year. I think the other three are probably looking for a job.
Is he serious?
We got to stop doing this thing.
One team lost Burrow, the other team lost Lamar Jackson.
Thank you,
What
AR.
is he?
That's exactly where if he would have said overall bodies of work over years, then I would understand. But if this is solely rooted in 2025, and I can't really get down with that.
I don't think anybody would argue if the Browns decided to, whoever their future quarterback was going to be next year, they wouldn't hand him to Stefanski. If they said it, okay. Zach Taylor, that was about as embarrassing as it gets. Your defense isn't announced better. It may be worse. How could it be? So these guys, the buck stops with them. But to equate it to what you thought of these teams before the season,
that's not right.
You're going to really fire John Harbaugh if they don't make the playoffs?
No, but there's some Ravens fans that want that.
You're going to fire Mike Tomlin? I'm talking about fire him. He said fire him. No, you're not. If he has a winning record again.
Over or under coaches fired in the AFC North real quick.
I'm not saying it's okay if you want to move on.
You said how many?
1.5.
Under.
You think under?
We might get 0.
What do you think, AR? 1.5 coaches.
I'll take the under.
Zach Taylor is the built-in excuse of Joe Burrow's injury.
Haslam has backed Stefanski the entire time. Zach Taylor's the wild card.
He has that excuse, but he doesn't have the excuse for the defensive decision he made.
I know,
coordinator-wise. That's another thing, too, that doesn't help him.
Well, he had to do something to kind of make people believe that they weren't going to tolerate what they'd had last year.
I agree with that. I agree
May
with
have been
that.
wrong.
But that falls at his feet.
Yeah.
That decision still falls at his feet.
All right, we'll come back in 2 minutes. Hockey and Hounds with Damon Severson tonight. Back on home ice against Toronto. Rothman and Ice in the Fan.
Would you enjoy watching a football game if the officials were paid a bonus for every flag they threw? Or a basketball game where the refs got paid for every foul they called? Okay, how about hiring a furnace and AC company that pays its technicians by the number of parts they can sell you? Hi, this is Dennis, president of Care Heating and Cooling, and today, this is how many companies operate. They call it performance pay, and it rewards technicians by paying them more for billing you more. Why is this bad? Because it abuses your trust in a technician to be treated fairly and honestly. At Care, we've been family-owned for 31 years and have always paid our technicians by the hour for repairs. We'll show you exactly what needs to be fixed and why, and give you our low upfront cost before we start. And unlike other companies, our technicians will never be rewarded for throwing more flags. Our Central Ohio-based staff is here for you 7 days a week. Care Heating and Cooling. Book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com or call us at 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, you may be in big trouble with Chip Wood.
Our owner?
Free oil changes along with alignment
on any 4-tire purchase.
And Goodyear's up to $200 off?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike, but I'm telling.
But the Wood family is behind all this.
Oh, those rascals.
But don't tell the accountants.
Of course not. And what do they do again?
Buy any set of 4 tires at Tire Discounters and get a free alignment and oil change. Make them Goodyear's and save up to $200 more. See store for details.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
You'd think that dog conversation wouldn't necessarily blend with hockey talk. And you'd be wrong.
You idiots!
Like a fine wine and dark chocolate, it's going down smooth. Rothman and Ice present Hockey and Hounds.
Sponsored by Telhio Credit Union. Find the checking account that fits your needs at telhio.org.
Now, joining the Hockey and Hounds League is Jackets blue liner Damon Severson, a man who skates hard so his dog Reggie can have a better life.
All right, it's that time. Hockey and Hounds brought to you by Telhio Credit Union, and they're back off a very emotional victory in Buffalo. They'll play tonight, so very privileged to be joined by the blue liner himself, Damon Severson, coming off a win, and then obviously they have a game tonight against Toronto, so we appreciate your time, Sevo. How you feeling?
Feel good, yeah. Just going to get some rest today, right back at it tonight. Big win last night, so just got to keep that up.
Anything change in your routine when you have a back-to-back?
Not necessarily routine-wise. There's obviously no morning skate or stuff like that, so I just left the rink. We had a few meetings this morning, and nothing crazy routine-wise, eating the same foods, trying to do the same thing, stretch, and just get ready to go and try to get the mind right and body feeling good for another one tonight.
Sivo, what are those foods for you? How do you fuel up for game day?
Pretty standard. Chicken, pasta, some vegetables, avocado. Just trying to hydrate as best I can with water and some of the drinks they give us, like the liquid IV drinks and some stuff like that. So I'm not super complex at all. Just try to keep it simple. But that's kind of my routine, is just kind of eat the same things every day or every game day. And it's one of those funny things where you ask a hockey player, maybe towards the end of the year, they would say that the pregame meal gets a little old. But for me, I eat the same thing basically ever since I came in the league. So it hasn't got old for me yet.
Nice. You guys got a nice boost from Miles Wood and his return last night. Just talk about being out there on the ice and what you saw from him and his return coming back from injury.
Yeah, he's a straight line player. Obviously, a ton of speed, goes to the net hard, plays a hard game. So I played with him for a lot of years in New Jersey. We spent a lot of time together. So definitely know the style of play he brings, and he was able to chip in with the last 2 goals for us last night. Obviously, 2 real big goals to tie and then win it. It was fun to see him back out there. Good to see him in our lineup again, and obviously a guy I've known for a long time and what to expect out of him. So nice for him to chip in and help us with the big win.
You've seen some scary things over your hockey career, I imagine, maybe even experienced some. To hear him say that he wasn't sure whether he had his eye after that high stick was gut-wrenching. Obviously, it was great that he was okay to come back, but your thoughts when that happened and you saw his reaction? Yeah,
I was just more, scared and worried for him. Just when it immediately happened, you see the stick come up, and obviously you play at the net there, and there was no ill intent, for that stick to come up. But just to see his reaction. Obviously, when you get hit up high in the face, anywhere near your eyes, like you can get block a shot, and unfortunately, like guys go with injuries with broken fingers, broken feet. But that stuff will all heal with bone stuff. But you only got a couple eyes, you can't replace those, so that's always really scary. And I was definitely worried for his health there for a bit. And luckily, after a day or two, I think he was able to bounce back and just need a little bit of time off to let things heal. But it was definitely we were worried as a team, and just seeing that and seeing how hard he plays and knowing what he brings to the table for us, that was just tough luck for him to go out for a little bit there. But obviously glad to have him back, and really, really glad that he doesn't have any long-term damage or any significant injury.
No, he came back strong, was the hero last night, so that was very cool to see. You had quite the game last night as far as it's like getting involved in things, right? Final 2 minutes of the first, that scrum in front, they get you for roughing. I didn't see it. Maybe was it an elbow you thought? I don't even know. And then later that puck goes off your leg. Like there was probably some mental things to kind of get through last night for you.
Yeah, it was a funny game. I think it was a shift or two into the game. There was a guy it was a roughing penalty. I got a little bit too carried away with trying to get the guy back. That's on me. I can't take that penalty, but he took a pretty good run at Z a couple times early in the game, and then he took a run at me as well. So it was kind of a message send type thing, and obviously I wish I didn't put our team down and shorthanded there, but a little bit of a message. You're going to take runs at us. I'm going to get you back here. So I popped him pretty good. Probably, like I said, shouldn't have done that, but boys did a good job killing that penalty off and getting back to even strength. And then obviously, like you said, just a tough bounce on their second goal in the second period. It was kind of a bit of a rolling puck that came shot off the boards, and I kind of had boxed the guy out. He had left the front of the net. Another guy was coming. I was preparing to get his stick, and the puck kind of came right at me, and I couldn't do that again if I tried to deflect it into our net. So it's just one of those situations where I kind of got caught in the middle. Like, do I try to block this, or do I just let this go 5 feet wide? And unfortunately, just got caught in the middle, and it hit my shin pad perfectly and just went in our net. So obviously, you just got to try to bounce back, deal with your next shift, and make sure you're keeping things tight. So Jet made some big saves for us. Obviously, a real big one on the breakaway in overtime later in the game, and I apologized to him again this morning, just saying, "Hey man, sorry about that." And he just laughed it off. He's like, that stuff happens all the time. It's just a tough bounce. So it was one of those games where there's a few things that obviously I'd like to have back, but we're back at it tonight. And get an opportunity to have another solid game coming in big win at home.
So, as you know, last year it was a struggle for you guys away from Nationwide, but here we are with you guys posting a 4-1 record on the road so far. Sivo, how much of that was a talking point this offseason? Is there anything you can work on as a team to help you on the road? Just talk about the start that you guys have right now away from Columbus.
Yeah, that was definitely an emphasis we had talked about as a team, just trying to get our road record better. And then along with that, just, tonight and the next 2 games we have, we're on more back-to-back. So the back-to-back record had to be better as well. So you're just going to find a way to grind it through, grind games out. And obviously, guys are going to have their full energy and their full snap, but we just got to be able to find ways to win. And you want to make sure you have a really solid home record, but the road record, we've started out well. Now we just have to continue that success. We've got a big road trip coming up here at the start of November, but just kind of game by game, trying to find a way to mesh on the road. And so far, so good on the road. Now we just got to keep that up. And, the point of emphasis was made. Now it's just on us to continue to play good hockey and find ways to win on the road no matter how they get done.
It feels to me like you guys are handling things during games pretty well. Last night, you tie it late in the final 30 seconds on that power play, that Whistler low from Z, and then that fight that Monahan gets into, and then Zach and Marchie jumps in, Elvis talking to the fans on the way out. Like it feels like you guys are handling. You started the third shorthanded. Like you guys have been handling adversity, I think, pretty well. Does it feel that way to you?
I would agree with that for sure. The adversity, you're going to go through ups and downs, and there's going to be a lot of adversity throughout a season. So throughout a game, throughout a season, throughout shifts, there's going to be things that are out of our control, whether there's penalties that aren't called or are called, or whether there's things that happen in a game throughout a game where, people get upset and people get, the emotions get the best of them. There's going to be plenty of things that happen, but for the most part, I feel like so far this year we have done a good job of that, and got to let the adversity just kind of go to the wayside. And the one thing that I would say that we're doing that I've noticed personally, and I've really enjoyed a lot more this year too, I feel like we're just having a lot more fun, enjoying being around each other. We've created a lot of, inside jokes amongst our group, and just kind of little things like that where we can kind of get in the dressing room between periods, and guys are, a little bit hot from the period. Obviously emotions run high, like I said, and then all of a sudden, somebody says something, and you just calm each other down again. Hey, we're going to go right back out there, play our game, and have success doing it. So I think the confidence is there. We're just, we're doing a good job with the adversity, and we're just having fun with one another and trying to win hockey games. Yeah, you're officially on a little bit of a streak here. You've won 4 of your last 5 tonight at home. You'll have that energy with the home crowd, so we wish you real well tonight. Our Hockey and Hound celeb today is a little black and white boxer bully mix puppy named Snickers, right around near Halloween. Snickers is a good one. GGs.org is the shelter, GIGIS.org. And beautiful little puppy. I've actually spent some time with these puppies in the last couple of weeks, and they're just beautiful, playful, seeking kind of an active family for Snickers, because with any puppy, we need patience, we need understanding. They navigate and learn the world around them because they're so young. So we like reward-based training as they, potty training and all those manners that go with it. He's small now, but I think he's going to grow up to be more of a medium, large-sized dog, moderate, kind of high energy levels. So benefits from socialization with other dogs and people, sights and sounds, that. He's about 10, 11 weeks. He's just a sweetheart, weighs already about 25 pounds. So he's growing right before our eyes. But Snickers is the kid today from GGs.org. So I want people to check him out. And hopefully we'll have some good news for you in a couple of weeks, Sivo. Yeah, I look forward to hearing hopefully some good news. Obviously a fitting name with Halloween here in a few days. So hopefully Snickers can find a nice home. Absolutely. By the way, I really enjoyed that no-look behind-the-back pass in the final minutes. I thought it might get through. Yeah, I give it a shot. I knew Veronica was in front, and when the big boy's in front, you just try to give it to him. So I give it a shot, but almost for him on the rebound. But try to continue making plays tonight and doing the right things, like I said, and get another big win. Keep it up, my man. Thanks for this time, and good luck tonight. Absolutely. Thanks, guys. You got it. Damon Severson, Blue Jackets Blue Liner on Hockey and Hounds, brought to you by our friends from Tel Ohio Credit Union, proudly serving the great state of Ohio since 1934.
They are Columbus's hometown credit union. Learn more at tellohio.org. We come back with Tell the Truth. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
If you miss a live show, you can catch the podcast. If you miss the podcast, our hosts have volunteered to have dinner with you.
The meatloaf!
The Fan.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
Hey, you know that chronic pain in your knees, hip, back, shoulders, whatever joint it might be, it can make life feel impossible. But at QC Kinetics, there's a breakthrough treatment that's giving patients relief, some cases even within 1 day. It's called stem wave therapy. This device has been used for over 20 years in Europe, and it's made its way to the United States. And there's a groundswell of demand for the treatments because the patients are getting real relief from acute pain, and they're spreading the word. Here is the most interesting detail. The device is both a diagnostic and therapeutic, helping Dr. Ray Tesner and the medical team at QC Kinetics find the problem and then trigger your body's own natural healing response. StemWave uses the same technology as lithotripsy, the sound waves that penetrate, spark blood flow, and more cellular activity. That's exactly what you need to promote healing and relief. Wondering if this is a good solution for you or your pain? QC Kinetics is making it easy. Your first treatment is only $49. So call for a consultation and ask about the $49 treatment right here at 380-208-4544.
Columbus, the Blue Jackets schedule is out. And you can lock in your seats with ticket plans starting at just 11 games. Don't miss a moment of the action. Visit BlueJackets.com.
At Giant Eagle, we're helping bring the holiday magic home. Because your get-togethers bring everyone together. Because you make the holidays feel like the holidays. Because nothing beats free. From October 16th to November 6th, spend $350 and earn a free turkey on your next visit. Redeem through November 30th. Giant Eagle. Because it matters. Must scan My Perks loyalty card to earn and redeem. Restrictions apply. Visit gianteagle.com for details.
Imagine on an NFL Sunday being able to sit in a comfortable seat and watching 7 NFL games at once. Now imagine your favorite radio station giving away prizes, including football tickets. On Sunday, November 7th at 1 p.m., join me, Scotty Vegas, and Dave Biddle from On the Money at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus for incredible food, giant screens, and lots of betting kiosks. That's Sunday at the best place to watch the games. 1 p.m., ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Ever wonder where your go-to maintenance person gets the metal products they need to fix yours and everyone else's problems? The best in the business go to Metal Supermarkets for their wide variety of metal products and shapes to tackle projects from simple to complex. Metal Supermarkets is your source for all metals cut to size and ready fast. No minimum order with maximum service. Visit the family-owned franchise on North Wilson Road or at Columbus at metalsupermarkets.com.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-656-1551. That's 800-656-1551.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
How many different ways can you consume morning juice? Let's see. Live on YouTube, live on the Fans HD3 podcast on demand, and on 10 TV Plus. And we'll send Bobby right to your house.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 8.
The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Cosby Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Tell the Truth with Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Window Nation. Buy 2 windows, get 2 for free. Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com now.
All right, Maddie and TLC, here's the deal. Here's the truth on O's the mentalist for me. I totally understand being skeptical, of course, because if he has these unbelievable powers to read minds, technically, to know what you're thinking, or something in your past that he would have no idea, then that would scare you. It would almost be a weird thing that anyone would possess that kind of power. So I do understand that. And if he's that good, you know, it's how come you don't have the lottery numbers? How come you can't predict?
Why aren't you the best poker player to ever live?
Right. Okay. So I understand all that stuff. I think the brilliance of it is this. There is variety to this. It's not like he's going up to every single person and predicting and telling you what their PIN number is.
Got some versatility to his game? Is that what you're saying?
Some versatility.
5-tool player?
Yeah, I think there is. And the second part of it is, and I just realized this, when he asks these people these questions, he's not telling you, and he keeps saying, I'm not reading your mind, I'm reading the person. So what he's saying is, you're giving him the answer.
Yeah,
and that's the brilliance of it. He's not up there saying, I'm just Superman. It's that you and how you're, because he'll show, oh, look what you did with your hands. Look what you did with your eyes. Oh, you looked up. You looked that way. You looked over someone at a party. That's the person you're looking for. So it wasn't somebody in your, See that? I agree with you. There's no way he can possibly know. If I said to you, Maddie, think of an athlete. Just think of one.
George Springer.
You would try very hard if it was him.
Did you just blow a tease?
I did that on purpose.
To think of somebody.
The score is tied all around.
I wasn't going to predict it. What I'm saying is, if you did this to him, you would purposely try to think of an athlete so obscure that there's no way he could know. He did that on CBS This Morning the other day, where he asked Gayle King, think of someone at a party. You're at a party. Your party, a birthday party, people are there, family, friends.
Banger, yeah.
Like something, but she purposely named somebody that would have been more obscure, and he still got it.
See, here's the thing.
I agree with you while you're saying he's almost going so overboard that it's not magic anymore. It's just weirdness. And so I understand, but I think the brilliance of it is that he's saying that you're telling me the answer. I'm not plucking it out of thin air.
In my mind, when you say that's his reasoning, that actually makes me dig in even more. Because now you're telling me that you're getting these answers based off of body language? There's no way. Mm-hmm. You were better off going all in with I'm a mind reader than telling me that because I moved my right elbow this way that lets you know that I ate a cheeseburger with fries when I was in 8th grade.
What he's saying is,
buy it.
When you think
First of all, I like how you had to go all the way back to 8th grade for the last time you had a burger with fries.
That's probably right.
No, remember Wendy's got my order.
Oh yeah,
the AI robot,
the bun spreader.
Too much of that.
That's right. Too many mayonnaise.
The bun spreader is crazy.
Well, you gotta check it now.
That is crazy.
You're going to have to do it. When you go to the drive-thru next, are you not going to lift that bun?
No, because I always feel bad for
see if there's extra mayonnaise.
There's guilt for me doing that. Like if I'm unraveling a wrapper, that takes a little time. Usually I just check the bag for the sauces, AR. That's
Try
really
being at the line at a bank drive-thru. It's like 8 different transactions going on at once. Brutal. All right, TLC, take us home.
Oh, man.
All right, so I'm going to take some creative liberties in the conversation we're having with Down to My Last One in the YouTube chat. So, based on this topic, as he is addressing this, tell the truth. Would you be in favor of the Minnesota Vikings hiring Oz the Mentalist on the sideline to read the other coach's mind and predict plays?
Oh.
Let's really hold your feet to the fire. It is your team, your responsibility. If it works,
just a newer, advanced Connor Stallions?
Hold my beer, Connor Stallions. Would you take it to get in the one before you die club?
Let's find out how much you really believe.
Yeah. How much guilt would come along with that, AR?
Guilt?
That we didn't win it legit? Too legit to quit?
No. That is not what I'm saying. It's totally innocent. I'm saying, do you believe that he has the capabilities of doing that?
I don't know if he has those capabilities. Because he's not.
Shouldn't he? This is his thing, right?
I guess in some way he should.
You can tell by the way that Andy Reid holds his play card over his nose. Oh, I know what that means.
I thought you were asking, would
I actually sell out?
Yes,
to get him.
That you
to win a title that way would feel a little dirty.
I'm saying, do you believe in his powers enough to feel like you could win?
I don't necessarily believe in his powers. I've always said that I don't believe everyone is in on it.
I don't think everybody needs to be on it. I think there's a handful of people. You sign an NDA, and here you go. Maybe cut you a check, too. Because I'm
Wouldn't
charging
one
$150
person
grand.
over the years try to be the one person that says, I know how he does it, and I'm willing to tell you? Like,
I don't know. We need to, listen, you need to connect with him. If we see him at a Super Bowl, we're going to make this happen.
For $100 grand?
No, hopefully he'll be feeling generous.
I'm going to say, listen, we've talked about you so much. I'm your biggest fan.
And I'm your biggest hater.
Why would you charge me? Let's convince the biggest hater through the biggest fan that this is real. I agree with you.
That's probably what it would take at this point for me to be all in, and I will gladly bend the knee.
TLC is going to grease the producer, whoever it is, through the back channels.
I would have integrity. If he came in here and performed, ain't no way.
I love the way you say that. There's a man with integrity.
Oh, my goodness.
Here's a commercial from, I think, 1981.
Pardon me, would you have any gray poop on?
Hey, before
Well
we
done.
go,
He's in a Rolls Royce asking for it.
if you missed anything from our show, don't worry. You can always catch up. Wherever you get your podcasts, all you got to do is type in Rothman and Ice. Everything we do from noon to 3 will be waiting there for you. Subscribe to the podcast as well. Bet365 is the sponsor of the old Rothman and Ice podcast.
All right, awesome. Enjoy the Jackets tonight. We'll be back tomorrow after the coaches show on a Thursday. Join us then. Thanks for listening. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Question from a listener: do you dopes ever get tired of talking about Ohio State? No.